Shake it like you mean it, baby. Come on and dance with it. Come on. Shake it like you mean it, baby. Come on and dance with it.
Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
Indeed, light the beam on another one of these programs. Welcome into the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. We are massively scrambling right now as Cap clearly walks in front of the camera and back in front of the camera. I can hear LG's.
What?
I can hear LG's rage building from the other room. We are scrambling because apparently Croatia just scored the equalizer in the 102nd minute, the 11th or 12th minute of stoppage time. We were all sitting in the living room watching the final minutes of this game, the Portugal-Croatia match. Portugal scores in the 94th minute, takes the 2-1 lead. Looks like things are wrapping up. 10 minutes of stoppage time. We get to
got the Series 1 Apple TV in here.
we get to the 10th minute of stoppage time, and all of a sudden it's 8 o'clock, and we've got a show to do. Apparently Croatia just found the equalizer, and we might be massively distracted. I thought we were going to avoid distraction for once and have an episode where we don't have a television on, but when the world gives you the absolute drama that is the World Cup, I fear we're going to have extra time on in the room with us. Because it is going to be a fairly big World Cup edition of the program tonight. Going to talk a lot about my day at the World Cup earlier this week, Tuesday's Ivory Coast Norway match,
And those ridiculous tickets you got.
Well, I'll tell you the story of how those tickets ended up in our possession, because you might think we paid an arm and a leg. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't what you might expect we paid to end up sitting front freaking row at did they call it off? They must have called it off. We just got the game on.
17 minutes overtime.
Okay, so
Extra time.
yeah, stoppage time, and we're not going to get extra time. I wonder, God dang it, now I need to know. I wonder what happened.
Stay locked in.
It's
Stay
impossible.
locked in.
It's impossible because this has been so far. I mean, these knockout games have absolutely delivered the drama. It looks like. I wonder. Oh yeah, put it on the tennis channel. It's Wimbledon week.
Whatchamacallit? LG didn't have it recorded, so I don't think I can run it back.
No, I think we'll have to see after the fact.
Or someone in the chat let us know.
Yeah, it doesn't feel. Well, we certainly don't
Turn it
need
off.
Big Bang Theory. Yeah, go ahead and turn it off because it looks like unless somehow Croatia equalizes again and this one is allowed, we'll turn it back on. But until then,
17 minutes in extra, you know.
yeah, that's they must have had to review
must have been
an
a 5-minute
offside
review.
call. Exactly. Yeah, I'll have to catch up on that before the Algeria Switzerland game at 10 o'clock tonight. We get late night World Cup, but alas, we are once again all together back under the same roof for another edition, a Thursday edition, a pre-July 4th holiday edition of the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. Of course, I am your host, Sam Freeze, joined by the man across from me. You know him as Cap, along with LG running the show here in parts unknown in the greater north side of San Antonio.
Northeast side, right off of.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I can
Okay.
again feel LG's rage
In the
building from the
neighborhood
other
of-
room. Speaking of World Cup, we are 17 days away now from the World Cup final.
So how does the rest go? Like, does it go from like now it's like a week versus now it's 5 days rest? to
It's
the
pretty
next
quick
match?
now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's, USA won last night and they turn around and play Monday.
Yeah.
Mexico won Tuesday night, play Sunday. So what's that? You're getting basically 5 days rest.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, it's starting to get fast paced, and of course, now we're in the knockout round.
Drink
So,
that Celtic salt, man. A Celtic salt.
yes,
Yeah,
I thought you were referencing the Jaylen Brown trade there for a minute because we are going to hit on some. Hey. I get no respect. No respect.
No, they got fleeced.
Yeah, we're gonna hit on some of the other business of the NBA. I keep swearing. I think every episode I've said this is probably the last episode where we do Spurs notes,
But they keep coming, man.
but they keep. And this time, it's not even just the players that they added. Did you see the breaking news earlier today?
young man, Mr. Billy Donovan.
Well, he's not as young as he used to be. It's what happens to all of us. He's 61 now.
What the?
He just
Who am I
looks.
thinking of? Who was that young kid? Was he like 40 something when he
Yeah,
first came on to like? Was it the Celtics?
he was. He was 40 something
Okay.
when he was winning
He just looked like 27.
national championships at Florida.
Okay, I'm thinking of the different guy. I'm thinking of that young cat that came out of nowhere and they had like a good run.
Oh, you're thinking of the Butler coach.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm blanking on his name.
I think it was another Billy something.
No, it was Brad.
Brad.
Stevens. Brad Stevens.
Another white name.
Well, Brad, Billy, baby Billy.
Stevens, 2 first names.
Never trust a man with 2 first names. Yeah, no. Brad Stevens is still he's now the president of basketball operations.
I
with
saw
the
that. That's why I was like,
Celtics.
I was like, why is he dropping from front office work to go be an assistant? Okay, now it makes way more
Yeah,
sense.
no, Billy Donovan won the national championships with the Joakim Noah, Al Horford
Yeah,
teams at Florida,
I
Corey
know.
We're
I know exactly what you're talking about.
and then was Thunder head coach and Bulls head coach most recently. But
a lot of passion.
yeah, we're gonna talk one more edition of Spurs notes because they keep making additions to the roster, and then I've got some roster questions for you to bounce off of you, some ideas, some potential what the next 2 to 3 years are going to look like now that they have added Tobias Harris on a 2-year deal, have extended Julian Champagny on a 3-year deal. So we'll get into all that and some Spurs notes. Of course, we mentioned the Jaylen Brown trade. That was one of, again, the NBA continues its drunken bender, and the moves are not stopping anytime soon. So we've got a lot to recap since we were last together a week ago. And then
I think they're trying to get them all out before, football season starts. They're like, let's get all these trades out so we can get all the attention.
it's not a bad theory.
It's not a bad theory.
Because
once training camp starts and the end of the World Cup, we ain't gonna be caring about. We don't care about those trades.
No, and we're also basically 18 days till the Cowboys report to training camp. So
We
as
don't
soon
judge
as
the NFL on the Cowboys.
I'm sorry, as soon as America's team reports for training camp, there's not as much oxygen in the room for NBA headlines. So I buy stock in your theory, but it's also just the way the league calendar falls, because we are getting the start of free agency officially started Tuesday, and we've seen several moves tied into free agency as well. So we'll get into all that. We'll do some Spurs notes and NBA talk kind of as the main segue. And here in a minute, off the top, we're going to jump into my day at the World Cup, along with some photo evidence that I think once and for all, the momentum debate will be settled tonight, possibly.
They literally have a momentum meter for the World Cup.
It's
on
funny
every
you
match.
say that.
It's a momentum meter.
It's funny you say that. And if you notice, well, we'll get into that in a minute. Before we get any further on this National Wildland Firefighter Day,
Whoa, that's a mouthful.
it's also, so we did a show on this day last year,
Yeah.
and we'll get into some of that in lightning round with our another edition of Tish. So this is the second time we have celebrated National Wildland Firefighter Day.
Well, if there's one job that I definitely wouldn't want to do, is that one. Shout out to them who bravely fight. Have you seen the destruction of a wildfire, like going up?
Oh, yeah, after the fact, yeah.
So I've never seen one until, I see it on TV, but I never witnessed one in person until I went up to where my parents live near Abilene. And there was a wildfire like 3 years ago that cleared out. I'm talking like we're driving down the road for 10 minutes and it is just nothing but scorched earth. And that was,
It's gnarly.
it's hard. It's to see it for the first time. You see it on TV and you're like, oh man, that's horrible. That's like, it's massive. But to actually see it in person,
And smell it in person.
and just the destruction that it caused, those firefighters, God, man, they jump in there with full 100-pound suits, already Texas heat, already hot, and then you gotta go into the fire.
Didn't California for a while, maybe they still do, didn't they use convicts for
Oh yeah, they still do.
Yeah,
They sit there and like,
wildland fires?
well, they don't put them in the fire. That
Well,
would be,
no, I'm not suggesting no.
I'm like, how much time off do I get if I go in the fire?
Yeah, no, they suit them up. Yeah, no.
No, they prep areas away from the fire to where hopefully that's when the fire will stop.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. There
So
was
they do what Trump is always pissed about, where they're like, why are you building or not getting all the pine needles off the floor or whatever. Yeah. Well, yes, on this National Wildland Firefighter Day, before we get too much deeper into it, let's bring in the most important member of this program, the member that will
that keeps leaving us like Dad going for cigarettes.
well, it's also the member that every time we say, 17 days till the World Cup final, LG is thinking 17 days till I'm on a beach in Indonesia.
yeah.
So before we go any further, LG, tell the good people, if you are not already mentally on vacation, how they can help support the program.
I hope you get a middle seat.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do have some middle seats, but it's 3, 4, and then 3. So I'm gonna sit in the middle row.
Yeah.
So I got 2 ways to get out.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
Yeah.
Best possible scenario.
Never been on a plane with the middle row.
Well,
Never been.
That's
on
that international travel for you.
there you go. But you can support the show by jumping into the chat. Like Zoe4016 is in here. He's giving
Shout
you some
out.
info. He had the Brad Stevens
Oh, thank you. Lo.
information for you. You can jump in the super chat by throwing us a tip on YouTube at Sports Cave Live on YouTube. And I think the captain made some social media accounts, sportscave.live on Instagram, at sportscave.live on TikTok.
Shout out our grinder.
Hell yeah. Yes. Still big on Grinder. Yeah, as LG says, if you throw a super chat out there, we'll get to it if it's on topic. If not, we'll hit it before the lightning round. I don't want to waste too much time tonight because I'm not going to lie. I'm still riding pretty high from the World Cup earlier this week.
Yeah.
And even doing the radio show earlier this afternoon with Andy, I caught myself kind of already mentally thinking about the holiday weekend ahead and how I'm going to enjoy the time off. I know you will be surprised to know I'm already in holiday mode.
Well, you better lock in, man.
We're going to lock in.
We got over 600 followers on YouTube now, right?
I don't think so.
Wrong.
I think we're still at the
$5.99.
yeah, I think we need someone to
Someone must have
guerrilla.
dropped off.
We need someone to guerrilla market.
Got us one.
Yeah, someone bailed on us then if we're back down to $5.99. Now let's jump into it because we'll do a little bit of, we'll call it a weekend recap, but really a week recap because
A week in recap.
hey, there we go, a World Cup weekend recap. God, that's a mouthful. So Tuesday, if you missed it, somehow, by the grace of God, I was sitting front row at a World Cup knockout stage game.
Front row where not only, I guess like the middle of the pitch is going to be the best. I don't know, man. I want to see a goal. I want to see corners. I want to see goal. And you're right behind the corner.
I'm not kidding
Where they
you.
celebrate, where they run and celebrate.
Okay, LG, do you have put that video up whenever you get a chance? Because Steph took a great video of Norway taking a corner kick, and you can really see
Yeah, I saw that.
one. You can get a good idea of just how much force and pace these guys are whipping the ball. You see it on TV, but dude, hearing it that close, just hearing the thunderous sound, the thump of them kicking that ball, it's insane. I cannot hear. Watch this. I cannot. Look at that. Listen to that.
Was that you on your phone?
At the start of because I
That's you on your phone?
had just taken a picture
That's you
of
on your
him
phone.
setting up. So I put the
World
roommate
Cup.
I put the roommate in charge of getting as much footage as possible without her missing too much, but I still wanted to have a few photos of my own to
just
remember
saying.
it. Yeah, no, it was
You're
me.
40 years old now, man.
Yeah.
Don't act like a
me.
a kid watching things through your phone.
I can should I send you I'm going to send you all the pictures I took that's like, here's me at the concession stand. Here's me holding up this shirt before I bought it in the FIFA store. Here's me meeting a Japanese fan. Here's
There's gonna be more useless pictures that you have
so
than a baby
many
shower.
so many useless photos that I won't live long
Let's
enough.
do this game of the baby shower. Oh my God, look at this gift. Oh, look at this onesie and this onesie and this onesie. Yeah, I can't stand it.
So I sent LG some pictures. I'm going to show you some of them, but I did the show Monday. So starting from the beginning of the trip, I filled in for Andy on Monday as he was sitting in your beloved Yankee Stadium watching Yankees Red Sox.
I don't want to talk about it.
Now, we're not doing a Yankee Minute, although
We're doing a Yankees funeral.
Yeah, I was about to say, Andy picked a bad time to go see. He saw the Yankees get swept in Fenway
Calm down.
and then saw the Yankees lose at Yankee Stadium to the Sox. It was an unfortunate run for you and Uncle Andy's Yankees. But so I filled in for him Monday at 7:01. As soon as the show ended, we were on the road. We drove up to my hometown Monday night, got in there about 11:30. Would have gotten there sooner, but had to make the customary stop at Storms in Lampasas, Elvis Presley's favorite burger stand from whenever he was
Storms, huh?
Storms. It's the best burger. The best menu item on any menu in the entire state of Texas might be the Storms special. It's a 3-patty, half-pound total burger, and it's all like on an old flat iron that I swear has
Smash burgers.
it's smashed down and it's smashed thin, so you get the crispy bits at the end. And I swear the flat top that they cook them on is probably the same flat top that Elvis ate burgers off of.
Get all that flavor. That's
It
why
is so.
Burger Boy on St. Mary's is always greater than any other Burger Boy. Same flat top.
I don't know if it's the same flat top after the fire.
They've had a couple fires.
Yeah, I
there.
think
They had to juice some money.
It's still the best. It's still the best of all the Burger Boy locations. I will say that. But also, pro tip: substitute a sourdough bun because they make their own sourdough in house, and it's the same starter that they've had for 50 years.
And this is at Storms? Okay.
So good. If you're
I
ever
got to go to Abilene. I'm wondering if Storm's on the way to Abilene.
it would be a bit of a detour. It would be a significant, but I think you could make it work. I mean, because you're going to end up going through like Junction and Mason and all that. What is that, Coleman? All that up through there. But
15 little towns with cops with nothing to do.
it's funny you say that
on
because
a freaking holiday. I am so thrilled for tomorrow's drive.
apparently cops in big cities also have nothing to do because the game on Tuesday was at noon.
Yeah.
I was up at 7 a.m. Monday morning, and we were
Grumpy as all hell.
oh so grumpy, and we were on the road. We were out the door and on the road. Drove to Fort Worth first. We stayed at a hotel in the middle of the stockyards. So we drive Glen Rose, first leg of the trip, to the stockyards. There's a lot of new roads in DFW that weren't there when I was growing up, like a lot of new toll roads. It's changed a lot, right? So we get on this toll road, and I'm like, I'm loving life. I'm hauling ass. Like, oh, dude, we're making great time. Like, I thought this drive was going to be, half an hour longer, 20 minutes longer. Now we're on the toll road. We're going to have plenty of time to, jack around before the game. Cruising at 85. Not really faster than the flow of traffic. I thought I was fitting in pretty well.
Those toll roads were 85.
Apparently, this toll road is a 65. The Chisholm Trail Parkway.
Why am I paying money then?
Buddy,
That is BS.
I'm about to be paying a significant chunk of money to the city of Fort Worth because red and blues on a motorcycle got behind me and flashed the lights on.
And they're in the heat. They're giving all the tickets.
So I will give the officer credit for one thing and one thing alone. I got a ticket on the way up there. But the interaction between him and I at the window, less than 30 seconds.
Perfect.
He pulls me over, hauls like 100 plus miles an hour to catch up to me, weaving in and out of traffic, incredibly dangerous, endangering others on the road. There's no reason. Really shouldn't have pulled me over with the danger he had to put himself and others in to get to me.
Way to make it about
Just
you.
saying.
Okay.
So he turns the lights on, gets behind me. I pull over quick. He gets off his motorcycle, and I know I'm cooked because he's standing back there and he's already working the system. He's already
prepping the ticket, just ready for you to sign.
So he stands behind the car for like a minute and a half, and then walks up to the window. Before I start to say, I'm like, "How's it going on?" And he goes, I'm officer blah, blah, blah of the Fort Worth Police Department. Reason I'm pulling you over is because you were going 85 into 65. All I need your license or all I need your ID and you can be on your way. And I'm just like, oh, 65. I didn't. He was like, all I need your license or your ID and you can be on your way. And I was like, and at this point, I'm remembering I have things in the car that are not necessarily legal in the state of Texas. And I'm thinking like, okay, all right, never mind. I just need to take the ticket and move on.
Guns. Automatic guns.
That's correct. All of my guns. It was actually hand grenades, which surprisingly are not.
Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, some potato mashers. So he repeats the line, "Just give me your ID." I give it to him, gives it right back to me, and he says, hands me the ticket. Here, information's at the bottom. You're free to go on your way. Literally less than 30 seconds. So we lost.
What it should be.
That's 1,000%.
What it should be.
But I was ready to try.
No profiling. No like, oh, he looks like a hippie.
Yeah, I did have hair down and
It smells a little something funny in this car.
Well, I ran over a skunk in Cleburne. That's what you're smelling, officer.
And that's what guns smell like.
That's correct. That's also what hand grenades smell like. Burning humans. Yeah. So anyway, he gives me the ticket. Outside of that 3-minute interaction, the trip was flawless, man. It couldn't have gone any better. You heard my pops describe the navigation route. Mm-hmm. We paid $9 each to get the shuttle.
Yeah.
We got all the way from the stockyards to Jerry World in less than an hour.
Okay.
Not bad.
So exactly on time. So what he said, 1 hour and 15 minutes.
We were
at Jerry
exactly like he said, and we got to the stadium about 11:30. So we were about half an hour early. We make our way in, get to we're sitting in our seats as they're rolling the flags out and setting everything up for the anthems. And you had asked, or someone had asked, I think it was you, maybe not. Where did we know what supporter group our tickets were going to be in?
Yeah.
The stadium, the crowd was like 70-30 Norway, maybe even 80-20 pro Norway. It was way more.
I think that.
Yeah, it checks out. They
got socialism, more money.
Yeah, less. They're not spending money on healthcare. They just pay their taxes. Now, are the taxes high? Yes.
Are our taxes high?
Yes.
Seems like a problem.
Just some places, it seems, might get a little more bang out of their buck when it comes to tax money. But luckily, our seats were right next to, adjacent to the one main Ivory Coast supporters area. So we were right by the Ivory Coast fans. And the Norway fans were great. They were loud. They were doing all their rowing. They were doing all their, synchronized chanting. They all knew the word. They all knew the moves, what to do.
The Europeans.
Ivory Coast was wheels off wild ass, and it was awesome. There was just one dude starting to yell like, Ahmad, you gotta, just yelling. And then the whole crowd would start.
We might have to bleep some of these words.
No. I think it's French. They speak French. So I was able to piece together some of what we were hearing, but
from those colonizers.
Minor details. I mean, look, they weren't Belgium, but they weren't that great either. They weren't good. But yeah, it was I couldn't have asked for a better. Obviously, sitting front row is one thing, but having the Ivory Coast crowd right next to us, which you think about these big events, right?
Yeah.
70,000 people in there, heightened security. You would think you're getting the best of the best to work stadium security. I'm here to report Jerry World did not have the best of the best working crowd control and security, because the way they had it worked, we were close enough to see the whole interactions, right?
Yeah.
So they had security guards posted up at the bottom of every stairs that went down to the field. Mm-hmm. And their main job was just to stare straight up at the crowd the whole game and keep the stairs keep people from standing in the stairs. keep people in their seats, keep the stairway open. The Ivory Coast fans didn't much care for
That rule.
that rule.
They were all standing in the stairs.
They were all, and they would come down and, hang out with part of their group. And then the security guard would be like, you got to go back. And then they'd come back up. And then 5 minutes later, come right down. And the security guard at one point was like, yeah, like, I don't care. I'm not getting paid enough for this, basically. But the problem was,
This is J6 all over again.
dude, the security guard that was standing there that was in charge of telling people to go back to their seat, big dude.
Yeah.
But clearly, like, this is not, like, these people are harmless. Like, I'm not.
It's hot.
Air conditioned inside with the roof closed. The walk to the stadium, not air conditioning, and not much tree cover. It was pretty brutal. But so the guy, the big dude in charge of keeping the stairs clear, had finally had enough. He was tired of doing it. He wasn't going to keep walking up there every single time to tell him. Yeah. The problem, the two broads that were down on the field were clearly his like spotters that would tell him like, hey, you got to go do this. And those two women took their job incredibly seriously.
Because they got to tell men what to do.
And that's what I told the roommate the whole game. At one point, Steph was like, you've got to quit focusing on this. Like, we're at the World Cup in the front. And I'm like, no. Watch this girl. Watch her. Watch the way she talks to him.
Being a straight bitch.
Yeah, like, seriously. I'm like, literally, Steph just, at one point, she looked at me and she's like, why are you this way? Like, why?
This is injustice right now.
Yeah, like, because this bothers me. I don't like seeing someone abuse their power the way these two, and they're
come on, you gorilla, bouncer or something. Like, get them up there.
That's exactly what it was like. You're the muscle. If I was as big as you, I'd be going up there. Like,
you about as big as me, bitch.
It's okay, and one of them was one of them absolutely could throw some.
Like, you could throw some of these around.
Could throw some weight around. And the two women were clearly working in tandem because the one lady, they're stationed so like the stairs, and then you would have a spotter, and then another set of stairs. So they're supposed to. But this one would come over and tell the other one like, he's not doing it. There's still people in the stairs. Like, you got to tell. So then the two of them would go over, and you could just see every time she would like tug on his pant leg to get his attention, his whole body, it would just go from, yoke puffed out to just.
Oh my God. That was probably like his 8th game with those broads.
Oh, 1,000%. I assume it's the same. They've like this. It's almost over. It's almost over. Yeah. I'm getting a nice payday. Yeah. It's almost over.
I don't think that's much of a payday. How much do you think they get paid?
No, I think it was just the same as they would have gotten
probably
paid.
What LG gets
if it was
paid
a Cowboy game.
Yeah, being a cameraman.
Probably less, honestly.
Yeah,
because he
took education for
That's
that.
right. Yeah, that is a acquired skill, not muscle. But
was there a chance for you to jump on the field?
Oh, I could have. Yes, I could have gotten. I could have made a run for it. It wasn't that tight of security.
You want us to get 1,000 followers on YouTube, and you didn't even jump on the field?
No,
is what you're telling me.
Because I want to go to a Cowboy game.
I would have done it.
You wouldn't have mind being banned from
I don't care.
Jerry World the rest of your life. I want to still be able to go to Cowboy games for the rest of my life.
I wanted to be old. Was Andy Reid and all the kids and just having them bounce off me as they're trying to tackle me. And
yeah, when he's the early punt, or punt kick and pass, whatever that was, that great clip. Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to remember what all I sent you, LG. Well, first of all, just throw the picture up if you can of me just sitting in the chair, in the seat. Yeah, that one. That's the one. Like, that is. Like, I could almost have reached out and grabbed the jersey.
Is that one of the girls?
No, I think those are all actual. No, those are all actual FIFA employees. There's all the LGs of FIFA with their cameras getting in place. This was right as we got to our chair. I mean, as the players were taking corner kicks, I could almost with my long arms reach out and grab a jersey. We were that freaking close. And at this point, I'm losing my mind. You asked me, we were talking a little bit before the show of how we ended up there, and how much it cost.
Well, in the chat, guess how much these tickets are.
No, I'm not sharing.
Guess how much
that was for your information.
I had to pull it out.
I
But
don't
it's just a good thing. Let people know about this, how you got
Okay.
it. But guess how much those tickets are? Because I was pleasantly surprised where I'm like,
It wasn't as crazy.
How much of a sugar mama do you got?
Well, it wasn't as crazy. I might still be eating Spam and beans the rest of the year, but it wasn't as crazy as you might have thought
Yeah.
because
I thought it was crazy. I saw those tickets and I saw those seats and I'm like, man, this dude just dropped 40K or 30K.
all the super chat money is out
I
of
was
the
like,
kitty.
The kitty's gone.
Yeah, they the way FIFA does the ticketing,
Royce got it at 25 each. 25 hundo each.
not far off.
Lock it in, Royce.
Not far off. I will say, if it was Price is Right, you would not win the Showcase Showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the way FIFA does these tickets, going all the way back to Christmas, when they first opened up the ticketing process, the way you do it is you basically tell FIFA what tier of ticket you're willing to pay for. And there's, tier of, upper deck, middle, lower deck, and then what they call Hall of Fame level.
Yeah.
So we tried to all get tickets. Like, my dad and little brother went with my cousins to the England-Croatia game, and they were just trying to get in the building whatsoever.
Yeah. So they picked all levels. See
To whatever they could get, they were going to pay and go. And they, unfortunate luck of the draw, they were picked for the middle tier. So, still good, but not, they would have been willing to pay for these tickets. They just didn't get drawn for them, because that's the way FIFA does it, is you select all the levels you're interested in, and then you get put into a giant pool, and they randomly draw names. And as soon as they draw your name, they charge your card, and that secures you a ticket.
Now, can you resell those tickets?
No.
Ah, there it is.
Not
So if
supposed
you-
to.
so
I
if they
think there are
charge your
ways
card-
around. But, because you could, like my buddy Toby, who I think is going to join us next week on the pod because he's going to be in town.
Nice.
He randomly grabbed tickets for a game in Houston day of, just on the secondary market. So you can do it, but that early in the...
They didn't have your name and be like, you have to be this person.
So FIFA doesn't actually give you the tickets until 24 hours before the game. And I think that's how they try. It's so nerve-wracking. So we went through the whole process, and they got selected for the England-Croatia game, but we didn't get selected for that game. So our name stayed in the hopper until we got selected, or until games at Jerry World weren't available anymore. So it was pure luck of the draw that we even got tickets for the game on Tuesday. And it was even better luck of the draw that we got the Hall of Fame level tickets.
So those are Hall of Fame.
Right.
Okay.
So once you're selected,
I thought you, okay. That's not bad, man. That's
once
not
you're
bad.
selected, they take the money out of your account, and then they tell you, we'll do another round of drawing to assign seats.
Mm-hmm.
So you get, we had 2 seats reserved because it was just me and Steph. And through that drawing, that second round of drawing, we got selected to be seats 7 and 8 on row number 2.
Cha-ching.
So in our heads, we're thinking, like I was telling Steph, I was like, man, this is awesome. We're going to be second row at the game. But we were so close to getting lucky and getting front row seats. Like, how cool would that have been? And of course, Steph was like, you're like, just like, we're second row, dude. Like, quit trying to, quit being so, downer about a great outcome. Like, this is awesome. So then we get there, and as you can see, This is literally the moment where I sit down and realize, because of all of the changes to the stadium,
There is no row one.
there is no row one. And our row one, the section over where the Ivory Coast fans was actually row one. It was there. But because they had to push our section back further to make the field fit, to make the corner fit right there, row two was actually front freaking row.
Yeah.
And that's how we lucked into that. It ended up being it was like $1,500 a ticket.
Yeah, $1,500, but that's how much I paid.
It's insane.
And it was a hookup.
Oh, I thought you were about to say that's how much I paid for the hooker, and I was like, "What kind of hooker? Like $1,500? Good lord!"
Better be a blue chip.
Bonnie blue chip.
Yeah, nah.
Love you long time.
Not $1,500.
Push through. Nah, it was
So to
the game. It
speak.
was game 5.
Oh,
Game 5 of the World Series, not World Series, of the NBA Championship 2013.
Okay. Ooh.
Still 2-3-2 format,
Yeah.
and it was the game 5 where Ginobili went off for 40.
Nice.
And I've never heard the Spurs Stadium so loud in my life chanting Ginobili, because we all thought it was going to be
There
it was
is.
going to be his rookie year. I mean, not rookie year, but his retirement year.
Oh yeah, the final run.
Yeah, but he came back the next year.
Yeah, we all know how that next year
But
went.
I paid $1,500 per on that, and that was through a friend who had season passes, and he was trying to get $25 per, and I'm like, bro.
Look, I got the money now if you want it.
I was
let's
I was
do
like,
a deal.
call me the day of when you don't get that.
Yeah.
And then he called me the day of, and I was like, took the wife, and I was like, let's go.
See, all things considered, we had no idea what we were getting for the money.
Yeah.
But like, even if we had been row 10 or row 20 in that section, it still would have been great for
This
the
is
money.
Still a knockout round.
Yeah.
In the World Cup in the U.S. When does that happen?
Now again, here comes me complaining. Like we saw Norway and the Ivory Coast.
Norway's like becoming famous with
Holland. We got to see. So the one goal that was scored on the opposite end was the Erling Holland goal. So
but you got to see the Ivory Coast goal.
we did, and
Ooh, with the Ivory Coast fans.
exactly all of
That's
them,
what I'm
all the
talking-
players ran over to celebrate right in front of us because they wanted to
that's
celebrate
so
with
sick.
their. It was, dude. It was. I'm telling you, like
So sick.
I'm still struggling to comprehend exactly what we saw because
Yeah.
it was like walking through Jerry World, hearing 5, 6 different languages being spoken. Hearing your Norwegians, your French, African French,
Mm-hmm.
and then other French. More old French. Japanese fans were still there because Japan had played. There was still some hang on.
Those damn Brazilians.
Yeah, we're gonna hit on some of the other games, but hearing all of those, just walking through Jerry World and hearing all of these other languages and cultures, there were more Mexican fans than Ivory Coast fans because Mexico played later that day, and they all were at the game. I was sitting. The people that where our seats were, there were only 2 people to the left of us. In the row, and the row ended with more guardrail. There was no other connection.
Oh, that's not bad.
It was great. And the 2 people sitting next to us was a Mexican fan, kid that lived in DFW, and he had brought his mom to the game who had come in from Mexico.
Oh,
She had come in just to visit him and go to the game. So she, it was,
Surprised she got through.
well, yeah, so was his son, or so was her son. There were conversations about that because he's wearing his Mexico gear. I'm wearing my Team USA gear, and so we're giving each other. At one point in the game, the news broke that LeBron said he wasn't going back to the Lakers. So we were talking about during a hydration break, talking about NBA transactions, where we thought LeBron was going to go. And meanwhile, his mom's just, going to town on. So here's another bit of fortunate luck that went our way.
She snuck in a bunch of booze.
No, that would have been awesome. Or some,
Some tequila.
some peyote.
That's not the Mexicans.
Peyotes, yeah, absolutely. The deserts
Native
of Mexico.
Americans, bro. That's Native American.
Where,
Peyote.
where do you like the?
You're thinking of northern South America. They do more peyote.
They do ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca, which is peyote.
It's all the same.
All right, we're hung up.
So no, the seats that we were in, they might have had the option to have concession items delivered to you. So it was, we're ordering stuff on the phone, and the lady, his mom is just ordering everything, dude. So like every 5 minutes, there's another concession person coming.
bring it
Just
on.
keep it coming. Just keep it coming. So he was like, dude, my mom's ordering. So do y'all want anything? Like, you want a hot dog? We got an extra hot dog. You want a pretzel? So it was, I'm telling you, man, like outside of the speeding ticket, it couldn't have gone any better. It was such a, like, I'm still struggling to comprehend exactly what we experienced because it's so hard to put it into. It was unlike any, I've been to World Series games, been to, massive playoff games, not NBA finals like you have, but, been to, not many Cowboy playoff games, but been to Thanksgiving Day games. Yeah, I get it. But none of it comes close to what that feeling was like sitting in that stadium. It was insane. It was truly feels like a once in a bucket list type of thing. What else did I send you, LG? Because I know the meter I'll save for last. But what was the I think I sent you a picture of the Ivory Coast players right as the final whistle expired. Because again, we were, right next to all the Ivory Coast fans, and they actually had a couple really good chances late to get the equalizer. And, I didn't care. Yeah, I was kind of leaning towards rooting for Ivory Coast just because I think I said last week, Didier Drogba, my favorite player ever, was from the Ivory Coast, and we were right there by their fans. But I really was just rooting for, extra time so we could get 30 more minutes of action. But during stoppage time, Ivory Coast had a couple good opportunities to tie it up. Yeah, that is right as Steph got that picture, right as the final whistle expired. You see the Norwegian bench players running out to celebrate with their guys, and all of the Ivory Coast players just immediately dropping to the ground. But that is...
Yeah, I'm sure your Ivory Coast compadres to your left really enjoyed that one.
What, the picture?
Yeah, taking pictures of the worst moment of their lives.
And Ivory Coast has seen a lot of turmoil. This is probably not the worst moment of their lives, but
Some apartheid.
But point made. Point taken. That is, again, that's not zoomed in, man. That's just grabbing the phone and snagging a picture. The next one is a little zoomed in because the next one, I told you the word of this entire World Cup is momentum. And we're not going to lose the episode by bringing this up, but they have been showing a momentum meter in the stadium.
Oh.
Yeah. So
How do you like that?
if you look at, how do you like it? Because if you look at that closely, it looks like one team clearly dominated the momentum of this match. There's a lot more orange than there is white on this momentum meter. Yeah. So,
that's why they had more shots on goal.
momentum, incredibly valuable, right? I mean, look at how much they dominated the momentum. Clearly, the Ivory Coast won this
Are you
game.
telling me that outliers
3
are
to
not
1.
allowed?
Clearly 3 to 1.
Did I say momentum means it's spot on every time? It's 100%? Or clearly, if you have that much momentum, you should have won the game.
Backtracking, backpedaling.
Should have won the game, right?
Backpedaling like Jose Canseco to the outfield wall as
Hell of
the
a job by
ball
the goalkeeper.
as the ball bounces off his head.
Yeah, momentum's so not a thing that they made a graphic to put on Jerry World's stupid sign
It's not.
that
It's not.
footballs hit off of from punters
It's not
because they didn't
non-existent.
think about how high it goes.
Punters intentionally try to hit it
Yeah,
just to be
nah, that's
jerks. It's not a
dumbass.
natural punt if you're
was-
actually hitting that thing.
Should have been raised way early.
It's not that momentum is non-existent. It's the fact that there is no value whatsoever. And the FIFA momentum meter that they are showing in every match continues to prove me correct in this argument.
So you're saying if I look at every momentum meter, because I will do that work,
Go look at the one. Look at the one from
I'm gonna look at them and see which ones, like what's my percentage. If it's over 75, you lose a bet, and it's gonna be something good.
Look at the one from the
Do you wanna make that
Ecuador.
bet?
Look
You-
at the no because
Because I'm right.
I'm a godly man and I don't gamble.
We're not gambling with money, baby.
A bet's a bet. A bet is Old Testament law. That is not
Mr.
allowed.
Poly Market over here. Shut
Yeah, hey, I'm more of a Kalshi guy because that's who's sponsoring the ticket right now. I do like those Poly Market ads with Rick Rubin and Ye. It's so great. Let's all come together and bet on Poly Market. No,
Well, while you're in this,
look at the Ecuador Mexico momentum meter because if you go back and look at it, it's pretty funny. And this is why this is a really dumb bit in general because Mexico had those 2 quick strikes in the first half and momentum spiked in their favor. But literally the rest of the meter is all Ecuador because Mexico could just drop back and they didn't have to score anymore. They had a 2-goal lead.
Yeah.
So according to FIFA, that is momentum of just Ecuador charging
that's just really
upfield.
time of possession.
That's really all it is.
That's
That's
so-
all it is.
I'm just saying, momentum's a thing, but maybe time of possession and this meter are kind of flawed.
I think I might agree with you.
All right.
But since it supports my argument,
Oh my God.
I'm going to stand by it.
Once
as
again,
a
while you were
statistical
having
fact.
the time of your life, I was down here in San Antonio having the time of my life watching the Yankees crumble. So that's why we're moving on to the next segment.
What else? Did I send you one more, LG, or was that it?
West Texas.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
we got West
Final
Texas?
thought.
Okay.
Thought, because this does carry us into our next one. Well, first of all, they brought out. So they do the thing the Spurs do with the drum is Norway. Like that's Norway's thing.
Yeah,
it's
drum
the
on
Viking.
boat.
It's the Viking drum. So you've seen Norway fans rowing the boat.
Yeah.
I can't show the footage because I don't want us to get flagged by FIFA because
Oh, yeah.
you'll be proud. I didn't record it because I was experiencing the moment myself, like a proper man, not recording everything they
40-year-old.
do.
He's 40.
So I don't have video evidence, but Fox Soccer put it out, and it's cool footage if you haven't seen it. But the way they do the drum, first of all, Martin Odegaard, their captain, as soon as the game ended, you could see him like scouring the fans of like who's got the drum, who's got it, and they're trying to figure out how to get this drum from the crowd down to the field. And it's not some big branded drum. It doesn't have a logo on it. It doesn't have any. It's just a typical drum you would see in a drum kit. Nothing special about it whatsoever. Watching the 70,000 people that were in that stadium, and also props to the Ivory Coast fans too, because I thought it was really cool of them. So Odegaard and Holland are telling everybody, shh, and they're trying to get everyone to be quiet. Within 10 seconds, not a sound. Like the Ivory Coast fans at first were like, oh, we're going to mess with them, be loud. And then it was like, actually,
Let them have their bit.
let them have their bit.
Yeah.
Whole stadium went squeaky, like church Sunday morning silent. And so much so that they were celebrating at the other end of the field. I could hear Odegaard hitting the doom, doom, but they don't
Yeah.
clap. That's when they do the row. You could hear him hitting that drum with no amplification, nothing, to do the whole Viking row thing. And I just think some bits, when they're not spontaneous or maybe have a little too much corporate branding or have a little too much, not as much authenticity to them.
Are you talking about the Spurs?
I'm just saying maybe there could be lessons learned. Instead of it being such an ordeal where you got the dancers, it was really cool just to see the like DIY style of them, just like, oh wait, where's the drum? Let's figure out a way to get it. Like, the biggest sporting competition in the world, and they're doing it like it's a high school bit, like that was. And the silence of the crowd and everyone, even some of the Ivory Coast fans doing the Viking row, because it was hearing 70,000 people do that in unison. Chills, dude. It was so sick. But then, yes, on the way home, we drove, instead of driving back down, 281 through my hometown, we drove 35 through Waco and West. Mm-hmm. Home of the Czech Stop. Now, as soon as you wade into the waters of which kolache shop is better in West Texas, West, comma.
I was going to say, you had to turn around to go to Czech Stop.
I did.
Instead of going to Slovaceks.
Is it? So I was even told it's Slovaceks. If you're, because
sure,
they're purist, man. Like if you're fighting, this is like the beans and chili war. Like this is not something that people take lightly. So yes, LG, going south, I had to do the turnaround to get to you. Actually, there's a back road. If you just go under the overpass, you can make your way back. But Czech Stop is my go-to, because growing up, as a kid, West was in our district in the 90s. Mm-hmm. West is where we took all of our deer or cattle to be processed, turned meat to fill the freezer. So we were always in West growing up. And the Czech Stop was it was the go-to. It was where we went every time. So when I'm looking to load up on like summer sausage or, actual meat, I'll go to Slovaceks. But if I just want kolaches, especially sweet kolaches, I go to Czech Stops. Cream cheese kolaches. I've gained 12 pounds since this picture.
Fat.
Because abso-freaking-lutely. Inside that bag right there, well, first of all, look at that big old S-eating grin I've got, because I'm so damn happy.
Yeah, you spilled stuff all over your T-shirt, too.
Well,
apparently.
No, every time I wear that shirt, everyone's like, oh, you got piss on your shirt. It's like, it's the design of the shirt. It doesn't convey well to.
It's homeless chic.
It's Jordan homeless chic.
You got mad and clawed up the center console there too. I see.
Yes, so that is from just my sharp elbows that have absolutely destroyed
the car just in Texas heat.
The console. Inside that bag are a dozen or half a dozen sausage and cheese, half a dozen jalapeno sausage and cheese, and a dozen cream cheese. I only have four total left.
You have 4 total left.
Because after picking them up in West, we drove straight, we're driving back. We hit Austin at 4:30.
God.
We hit San Antonio at 6.
On 35, yeah.
Still not good. All
Not
that
good.
shirts, everything, Selma, all that construction out there off Walsham, that whole stretch is awful. Which meant Team USA played at 7. We didn't have any time to go home, unload, and because I wanted to watch it at at our neighborhood bar in the neighborhood. So I took all of those kolaches to the bar. And I'm just sitting there drinking ranch waters, watching Team USA and popping kolaches, and they have a microwave at the bar. So I'm getting them to heat up my sausage and cheese kolaches. It would have been a lot worse had the U.S. lost, but I don't think I would have been as upset as I should have been, because I was riding
He's
so
just sitting
high
there
off of
crying with
kolache.
kolaches on his face.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
pretty much the exact visual that you're describing as I'm sitting at the bar last night, eating kolaches, watching a terribly officiated
Oh my
soccer
God.
match.
So we're going into the U.S. now, huh?
Do you like that transition?
Yeah.
A kolache-based transition.
You just mounting up on carbs.
I do the
and
weave. I do the weave better.
Carbs,
better than the big man.
traffic, and tears of joy.
Some tears of frustration.
Dude.
First of all, I don't understand. Like, if you slow everything down,
It looks egregious.
it looks egregious. It looks intentional. It looks egregious. It looks harmful.
But even
it looks careless.
when
It
you
looks
slow,
reckless.
if you slow that down and cut off the top of their bodies, it looks like one of the most egregious, like
Yeah.
a red card. But even slow down, adding that he wasn't even looking at the
No,
guy.
he's off balance. He's jumping. He's
Yeah.
landing.
He's like leaning off.
It wasn't
balance.
a lunge. It was a land.
And if you look at his back foot that wasn't touching him, when he found out that he was on it, he took weight
Yep.
off his back foot
As quick as he could.
quick as he could to take off pressure from his other foot. So it's like, hey, I'm intentionally trying not to hurt this guy.
And yet
I
it's a
don't get
red
it.
card.
I
Yeah.
don't get it, man.
It's look, soccer is the one sport I didn't grow up playing. I guess soccer and hockey
Yeah.
are the two sports I didn't play growing up that I love now as a fan. And I do think at times that leads me to think certain things are fouls that actually aren't. Or, it's not, I'm not nearly as confident watching those and knowing that was a bad call as I am football, basketball, baseball, whatever.
Yeah.
The roommate grew up like soccer was her sport. Like she was whatever
She knows
soccer
all the unwritten rules.
AAU is, like travel team goalie. Like she was a pit dog, a beast. I mean, just destroying chicks, just diving
What
for
was she, the
balls,
middle
taking
fielder?
shit. No,
Just
she was a
go-
goalie.
She was a goalie.
And she would just come out and take it and just
Just
destroy.
wreck people.
Yes, exactly. At least how she tells it. But early in our time living together, when we would watch soccer, I'd be like, "How the hell is that not a foul?" And she'd be like, "Because it's not. Like you don't know what you're talking about." And I'd be like, "Oh, okay. Well, then teach me. Like educate
Yeah.
me. Explain it to me." And so I've gotten
Yeah.
obviously, in now 20 years of watching it, have gotten a lot better at understanding the rules and what is and isn't a yellow, red, all that. I haven't seen one person come out and say, actually, no, he was right. That was a red card. Not one. Like not through the Fox television analyst, not through their former referee analyst, not through
Mexico fans thought that wasn't a foul.
right, exactly. Mexico fans at the bar last night were being like, "Oh, y'all are getting screwed."
Yeah,
Like,
which
it's
is
like,
always a
if
theme.
El Tree is saying that's a bad call, what are we doing here, man?
And that is a rolling theme for U.S. in World Cup. And, when the world doesn't like us during the World Cup, that might put us at a disadvantage.
Yeah, and I think it was a Brazilian official last night.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and the whole Bolsonaro.
Yeah, you're going to invade South America.
Yeah,
right? It's
like-
Brazil's like, yo, no, this is our area.
Yeah, the FUR. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm not a big conspiracy guy when it comes to sports. I'm a big conspiracy guy elsewhere. It's hard not to feel like that was a Tim Donaghy situation.
Yeah.
Like I mean, again, if you slow anything, we were listening to
The fact that it wasn't carded on the field.
right, and the fact that again, if you slow anything down, like the first game of group stage when Messi goes down the back of a dude's
Yeah.
leg, nothing. That
And
was more
and
reckless.
that was for a breakaway, no chance at the ball.
Nope.
You're not
And lunging to make a play on the guy instead of landing.
Yeah, so the main rule of soccer when you give cards is, do they have a clear shot to get a shot on goal? Do they have a clear path to get a shot on goal?
Yeah, if
and
you're
if you foul them,
Denying a goal scoring
yeah,
opportunity.
if you foul them, that's always going to be yellow card.
Always. Well, that if it's that, it's always straight red.
Well,
If you're stopping a breakaway like that, or denying a straight goal.
Like
If you
denying
grab
it,
them in the midfield, yellow.
so I'm talking about, and if it's
Yeah.
a pathway where it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, he could have led to this. This could have been a real good shot on goal.
It's a yellow.
But there was a pass that needed to be made.
Still work needed to be done. Yeah.
Exactly. And Messi did that exact thing, and it was intentional, and it was cause of injury, unnecessary injury. Everything in the rule book that explains it. Dragging his foot, his cleats, like what do they call them? The pegs, the spikes.
Yeah.
The spikes down the back of his Achilles. That's a red card every day of the week.
You would expect. And we were listening to some idiot out of DFW doing their soccer coverage on one of the stations up there. And he immediately was like, I don't want to hear any whataboutism comparing this to the Messi foul. And it was like,
Nah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
well, that's exactly what I'm going to do because clearly there's a double standard here.
There's got to
Like,
be consistency.
clearly, there is a double standard.
So consistency, we need multiple people in a group and to see what is a foul, what is not a foul.
And thankfully, the U.S. got the goal. Malik Tillman with the beautiful free kick.
That free kick was insane. man.
Malik Tillman is their second best player.
Yeah.
It's Pulisic, then Tillman, and then probably Balogun, who they're now not going to have for the matchup against Belgium
Balogun,
on Monday.
Even though that was kind of a cheapy goal that he got,
That's a striker's goal.
striker's goal. I mean,
They all count the same. You'll take them. And he was
every
barely
every striker
offside.
gets cheap goals, man.
Well, he wasn't. He was clearly offsides on the other goal,
Yeah.
but he almost, would have had two. And technically, the U.S. scores 4 goals total. 2 of them ruled offsides, right calls, but
Yeah.
put the ball in the back of the net 4 times. Luckily, Tillman got that free kick that removed a lot of the drama. Even though that same idiot ref gave 10 minutes of stoppage time
Yeah.
at the end of the game, like
Did he? No, and we had to go to VAR to get that free kick. They had to go, right?
that one, I think he just called.
He
I think
called?
that one he called a foul. Like that one was
okay.
just a foul outside of the box that he made. I might be misremembering it, but USA ends up getting the 2-0 victory. But of course, the talking point is the fact they're not going to have Balogun. I will say this:
Red cards need to be re-examined, like flagrant,
like they
fouls.
do in every other league, like club leagues review every red. I don't understand why FIFA doesn't. And they have rescinded one before. Old Brazilian Ronaldo had
Yeah.
one suspended or had one
So what? So what's the
rescinded.
So what? They make a rule that you can't rescind them now after that one?
That one was so egregious. Apparently, I don't remember. I wasn't
How is this
alive.
one not?
That's where it's in FIFA's eyes. It was a judgment call.
I get every ref, put them up there, blind vote, red card or no red card. Look at the play, real speed,
Yeah, live speed.
and then look at the situation slow mo. Hey, majority wins.
Yeah, and I think the majority would say,
Is this not a democracy?
if anything,
Even
yellow.
though some of those players
Yellow
live within
because
a democracy.
you didn't. That's where I love the Congo, the
Yeah.
Democrat or
God, how much
Democratic
I was rooting
Republic.
for Congo.
Yeah,
God.
I know. Okay, I'll tell you this. I was until I thought about it more because Sunday night at Azteca, England versus Mexico,
Oh god.
that's going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game.
And it would have, like, the environment for Ecuador was amazing.
Harry effing Kane.
Saves the day again.
God.
The atmosphere, no matter who Mexico plays at Azteca, is going to be awesome. It's going to be the best of any atmosphere we see at this World Cup. But you add in the fact that it's going to be England,
Yeah.
dude, that's going to
be a
be
great game.
so freaking amazing. So yeah, and then
Digress, but
Yeah, so-
USA solid performance once again. Another shutout when we have all of our players except for I think that last goal that Paraguay got, even though they moved on, when we beat them when they beat them 4-1.
Yeah. No, we can say we because we're American. That actually counts.
Does that count,
Right.
Lawrence? You gonna buzz me on that?
Oh, it's the USA, so we can say it.
I'm San Antonian.
Yeah, but you're not. It's a professional league, not an international
This is
competition.
not all right. So
I think Olympics and World Cup, you can say we and get away with it professionally.
how about we just not give a
We have
I'll let it slide because it's obvious.
we have journalistic
because it's
standards.
obvious.
We have
Yeah, it's obviously you're an American. It's not obviously which team you're a fan of.
That's right. We have journalistic
I'm an American?
standards, and there's a lot of San Antonians that aren't Spurs fans. There's a lot of San Antonians
Exactly.
that are,
and there's people
somehow
that tune
Laker
into a
fans.
show 2 seconds ago, and when you say we, they don't know what you're talking about. They don't know what team you're talking about.
The man has journalistic standards, Cap. We'd have to live up to them. This is a program that
fight.
respects
Like it's literally gonna
Big
be-
J journalism, and that's what people have come to expect out of the sports.
You just
cave.
cut your Indonesia trip off by 4 days with that comment.
No, he extended it by 4 days, if anything. So yeah, USA plays Belgium Monday night. I will say this: the Balogun
Rematch. Oh, I remember that game.
avenge Wondolowski.
Well, it avenged
should have
Tim
had-
Howard.
Still holds the record for most saves in a World Cup match.
Yeah, that was the game. Belgium.
So if you remember, late in that game in stoppage time, tied 0-0, Chris Wondolowski had a gimme goal right in front of the goalkeeper. It drops
And
perfectly.
shanks it.
Klinsmann included him. Everyone wondered, why are you taking an MLS striker on the World Cup team? Wondolowski was the all-time leading goal scorer in MLS history. I think he still is.
Yeah.
He might have been beaten by now, but I think he still is. And Klinsmann caught so much hell for including Wando, especially because he didn't include Donovan.
Yeah.
And Wondolowski he was a poacher's goal scorer. He wasn't the fastest, he wasn't the most physical, but somehow he was always in the right place, right time for a lot of just tap in goals.
Yeah.
Because he would kind of like Dennis Rodman rebounding. He would just
he just know how to move without the ball and put himself in the
and
areas.
read where it was going to go next.
Yeah.
And he would just always be there wide open to tap it in.
Yeah.
It's exactly what happened against Belgium in the 93rd, 94th minute.
I remember.
And it goes right over the crossbar. And then the USA loses 2-1 in extra time.
I
So
remember like it was yesterday.
absolutely do.
Where were you
Avenge-
at? Where were you at?
I was literally we had lived here. We still lived downtown, but we lived in lofts, Cadillac lofts there. And we were watching the game with a couple friends that were in town. It was before we really had a go-to spot yet here in town. And so we had some friends over and we're watching the game, and it felt like it was in slow motion. It was like, oh my God, he's there. It's gonna,
You're like,
we're gonna, and then just watching it sail over the crossbar.
we end up losing in extra.
Yeah. So avenge Wando, avenge Tim Howard, beat those lousy Belgians. The Belgium
Serbian-
struggled. They had to have a massive comeback to beat Senegal.
Yeah.
That was a crazy comeback, and they're fighting with each other on the sidelines. You got players shoving each other. Like, it's not the same. It's the end of that golden generation that beat us then. It's the end of their run.
Yeah.
Like, most of those guys are gone. Some of them are still hanging on. The next generation wasn't nearly as good as the previous.
I think that tall guy with the afro who was like a header
Yeah.
king, he
Yeah.
had like one more World Cup and that was it for him.
Yeah, Fellaini.
I was at Brick House over off of 281 and 1604, which is now a La Panderia. And we got to sit in the seats because we got there really early. My friend literally got there when it opened up. And they had these recliners right in front of a TV and like a table behind it. It was the premium seat, and that's where we were at. And that whole place, they just opened it, brand new establishment, closed down, of course. Yeah, it was mayhem. And I've been wanting to watch the games and really see them. So I've been watching them at home so I can hear everything. And, I don't want to be fighting for good seats because I'm not going to any place early.
No.
I'm like, come on, man. Save my seat.
Yeah. I'm one person. Just save me a
save
spot.
my seat. Save
Yeah.
my seat. But I think this Belgian game, I got to go out. I gotta.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I
we'll
gotta
be
feel
out.
the energy. I gotta,
Especially since it's on the heels of 4th of July weekend. A lot of people still off Monday, too, for
Yeah.
the holiday. So I would expect,
it's on Monday.
Monday, 7 o'clock. Yeah, we get back-to-back. We get Mexico, England, 7 o'clock on Sunday, and then USA, Belgium, 7 o'clock Monday.
Sorry, Mom. I guess I got to come back Saturday.
That's going to be an awesome 24 hours or 36 hours. I will say, having Balogun suspended sucks. Obviously, he's the first choice striker,
Yeah.
of course. But don't sleep on Ricardo Pepi. Ricardo Pepi scored more goals per minute this year in the Dutch league than any player. His team won the Dutch league championship. He was their first choice striker. He's from El Paso.
How did they do in the Euro Cup?
Came up in they did pretty well in where did PSV get I can't remember. I think they got grouped in Champions League, but they were in a really good group if I remember. Or if they got out, they didn't make as that deep of a run. But Pepe's originally from El Paso, came up through FC Dallas Academy, which is the same as half of the national team. They all came through FC Dallas. That's an exaggeration, but you get Weston McKennie, FC, Chris Richards, some of the best players came through
From
FC Dallas.
Texas.
And Pepe's going, obviously knowing he's got one game to give it
Everything. Yeah.
And as soon as Balogun, if they can beat Belgium, he knows Balogun's back in the starting lineup. But that one game to be an absolute legend, to be a hero, I don't underestimate what we might see. I still think they can beat Belgium.
I think
even without Balogun.
once the shock of the red card got off and Pepe was in there for like 5-10 minutes, the first 10 minutes, they were pressuring us.
Yes,
heavily.
heavily.
So, but then after that, we started, all right, let's kick the ball. Let's control the ball a little bit. Let's go on offense a little bit more. It was Pepe back there putting pressure on the defenders to make a decision, and then they mess up, and we are now in attacking position controlling the ball. So I really liked what I saw from him, and I hope he can have that energy and that disruption back there with the defenders in the Belgium game. And hopefully, for the first time ever, the U.S. gets out of the round of 16.
Second time.
We've been out.
We
What
made
was
it
that,
to
like
the
82?
quarters in 2002.
We made it to the quarters? Oh, okay.
What was that? South Korea?
Oh.
I think.
Ah, man. I was 19, man.
Yeah, the.
I was locked in on other things.
Well, yeah, I don't think you're. Here, we'll ask Google. We'll ask your favorite best World Cup finish.
But it seems like while we're on the thing, man, France seems like.
Oh, okay.
it's
So if
unbeatable.
we won third place at a World Cup,
When was that?
1930.
Okay.
When all of Europe said, "Yeah, we're not traveling to Uruguay for a World Cup. Like we will let all of you South America, all of you Western Hemisphere countries claim to be world champions, but we're not coming." So that was
Oh, World War II was about to start.
it was the very first World Cup ever, and we finished third in it. We didn't qualify
Let's
for
go ahead and scratch that.
didn't
one.
qualify for another World Cup till 1994 when we hosted it and qualified by default. Actually, I think we went to 34, and then that was our last one. But no, 2002, we made the quarterfinals, and that was South Korea. That was our best finish ever in a World Cup. So
Okay.
you beat Belgium, and you tie your best ever finish, and you play the winner of Spain and Portugal.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's.
Why not? As Pochettino, why not us?
I don't see. Portugal has not been.
Portugal's not they're
I think they're going to be beat by Spain.
yeah, I think so too. And Portugal hasn't really lived up to their World Cup or FIFA World rankings and the talent
They're
on
just
that
trying to
roster,
feed Ronaldo.
which is their problem.
Yeah,
they're a better
stop.
team with him on the bench.
Yeah.
The only other thing I had for you, what did we just say about? Well, first of all, the game last night peaked with 31, almost 31.9, almost 32 million viewers during the second half of that match. Averaged 24.5 million. By far the most viewed soccer game in American history. Just
What's
massive.
a Super Bowl average? Like 100,
oh yeah,
120?
But you're talking.
Get us to the quarters.
It'll be interesting.
Get us to the quarters, and guess what? Might happen.
It'd be interesting to see exactly how big that number can get if they keep advancing. But yeah, we'll worry about Portugal or Spain after Belgium.
I
Because,
guarantee you the number worldwide for that U.S. game was bigger than the Super Bowl.
oh yeah, the worldwide viewership numbers for these. There's no event
Yeah.
on earth that beats the World Cup.
You get like 800 million.
And even the Champions League final is 3 times the viewership of a Super Bowl
Yeah, exactly.
worldwide. The other thing I remembered, did you catch Pochettino singing along to Country Roads last night? So after the game in Seattle,
Does he know where West Virginia is?
so it's funny. After the game in Seattle, the first time he heard the full crowd singing along to Fort Worth's own John Denver, he had never heard the song, was unfamiliar with it, but he said he played it on loop to learn the words because he wanted to be able to sing along with the
Yeah.
crowd. Pochettino's freaking awesome, dude. Like it is.
Now he is.
Like it is. Like
He seemed checked out before the
No.
World Cup. Well, he was mad at the team. It looked
was-
like he was shopping offers.
as he should. He's mad at the team. He was mad at the fans. Fans weren't showing up to the friendlies. Like he was very clearly frustrated with trying to change the. But you remember, Klinsmann did a lot of the same things when Klinsmann was saying, "No, your league is trash. These players need to go to Europe. Like they don't get better in America. Y'all don't promote competition. You reward complacency." And
Yeah, neg the American people. See how much that works.
well, I mean, the 2 best managers they've ever had did that, and
But the only way to get people to watch it is you win.
1,000%.
Got to win
That's
the game.
it. 1,000%. I will say though, the watching. I mean, I love Poach because also he should have never been fired from Chelsea. My team either. So watching Pochettino sing along to John Denver and actually know the words now. I don't know if he knows where West Virginia is on a map, but he at least knows where it is in the lyrics.
The Rocky Mountains aren't so rocky.
Yeah,
John Denver is full of.
On that note, let's do some Spurs notes as we are running short on time here. What'd you make of the Tobias Harris signing? Just in general. How level of 1 to 10, how much did it make it move?
6.
I would say 7 or
7.
8
I mean,
because it fits exactly what they need. It fits
Depth.
the timeline.
veteran.
Salary wise, only a 2-year deal. Some of the names that we had, the Hachimura, Collins, some of those other bigger fish that a lot of people were focused on initially, you were never going to get them to sign for a 2-year deal
Yeah.
at this level of salary. I still think Hachimura takes more money to go to Brooklyn or somewhere, go to a bad team to make
Well, it
more
depends
money.
on their mentality. Is like, are they about the money or are they about the championship? Because they go to Brooklyn, no championship. Come here,
No, God, no.
you might win a championship.
And clearly, I think Tobias Harris is sold on the idea of
Yeah.
being a one of the pieces that pushes them over the
If
hump.
it continues to contribute, because I was looking at his numbers and I think he averaged like 13 or 14 this last year.
Almost 20 in the playoffs. It was like 19 and a half in the
Yeah.
playoffs for the Pistons.
Well, because like coming off a punctured lung, or what was it coming off of?
Oh, Cade.
Yeah,
With the
yeah.
punctured lung.
Yeah, like he was the only other scoring
That was
option.
it. Yeah, that was all. Jenkins
And
had
what was
a
it?
couple.
Duran?
Duran, yeah,
Duran.
Jalen Duran.
Yeah, he was a no-show. He was,
And he's being
he was
shocked now.
He was a Chet Holmgren. Oh yeah, no, Duran's already. I thought he was already traded.
Not yet.
Not
No,
yet?
they're
Okay.
still.
Shopping
He's
him.
restricted free agent unless it happened like.
Nah, I thought it happened like a week ago.
Oh, okay, no, not yet.
Is he like, to me? I'm like, is it going to be like a Barnes where he's in there until our guy is ready?
I think that's exactly what it is. And the guy that's ready is Carter Bryant, or
Well, Carter Bryant, we need one of these two big men we just drafted to be rebounders, but that's going to be a matchup type thing.
yeah, Quaintance next year.
Yeah.
You're not getting anything out of it. So he's potentially holding the spot down for Quaintance. But I think the Barnes comparison is I think obviously right now Tobias Harris has more game left in him than Harrison Barnes does. That
Oh, yeah.
there's no question about that.
For sure.
But what Harrison Barnes was when he first got to the Spurs is very similar, I think, to what Tobias Harris is now as he's coming to the Spurs. He does turn 34 later this month. He's not. You're getting 2 years out of him.
So let me put my tinfoil hat on for a second.
Okay.
And I think we're making a veteran bench with Keldon Johnson. I think the Spurs are making a veteran bench. I'm from San Antonio, man.
Doesn't count.
We're talking about the Spurs. A veteran bench to come in when the youngins start to struggle and just do a massive Popovich style, sit them, put the vets in, 4 of you off, 5 of you off at a time.
Yeah, hockey line change.
Boom. It's like, y'all get it together. We need the vets to hold it down.
You think Harris starts over Champagny?
I think Vassell moves to the bench.
See, I don't think you can move Vassell to the bench because he gives you your best on ball defender.
You think he's a better defender than Champagny? I think
he's a better. No, I think Vassell's a much better defender. I think the argument would be Castle or Vassell, and I like Vassell's ability to guard a little bigger than his height. And Vassell's only 6'5", but
You think he guards better than Castle?
no. I'm saying guards better than his height.
Yeah, yeah.
Vassell plays bigger and is able to slide down and let Castle guard the primary ball handler, and Vassell guarding that, one of the forwards that are on the court. I don't think Vassell gets moved out. I think the question is Champagny, fresh off signing a 3-year, $45 million extension, is he holding that starting spot?
It's almost like it's he has to.
They're basically on
like he
identical
has to.
money. I mean, they're both on $15 million a year contracts.
Or my theory at the end of the playoffs, so D Fox moves to the bench, but he's not going to.
He's not going to.
Yeah,
As much as
Not a $50 million player.
a large part of the fan base would love to see that.
I don't know, man. Like Tobias Harris, I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see what he does.
I think it could be similar like Barnes last year of Tobias Harris is your starter on opening night, and by January, Champagny's back in the starting lineup. And that would be just fine.
And
I
then
mean, these are good problems to have.
And they're gonna tinker around with the lineup changes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they're gonna roll with the same lineup for 30 games.
No, and I think you're going to see more of the 3-guard lineups where Vassell is taken off for Harper, and you have Fox, Harper, Castle, and then either
I'm just thinking,
Harris
like,
or
so
Champagny.
So if you did almost a lineup, hockey style lineup,
I've
change,
got the depth chart written out here
Yeah.
with every, because they technically have 15 guys now. There's, I mean, they could still clear up a roster spot because of the two-way and
you got Olenek and all them off that
off.
Yeah,
Off.
Okay.
So by position, Fox, Harper, Jacoby Gillespie, who they just took in the second round, probably on a two-way contract.
You're gonna be in Austin for a minute.
Austin most of the season. But I don't think there's any question, as much as some people would like it the other way, I think Fox is your starter, Harper's your backup.
Yeah.
Shooting guard, Castle, And then Harper's going to be the backup there as well. You're going to see Fox and Harper play a lot together. You're going to see Harper and Castle play a lot together. So Harper's getting his minutes at the backup 1 and the backup 2. Technically still have restricted rights on David Jones Garcia. He got injured, blue. I think it was a knee. Had the bad injury, still recovering. But that's your only other shooting guard on the roster.
High ceiling.
Small forward, Vassell, Keldon, Carter Bryant. I mean, Keldon's not threatening for a starting role. Vassell, as you said, would be an option if you were wanting to tinker with some things, but I don't think they take him out of the starting lineup.
I think if you get Keldon and Vassell to come off the bench, that's deadly.
But at the
like
expense,
defensively,
but why would like Vassell is a much better contributor than Champagny. I don't know why you would take Vassell off the court to play Champagny.
he's a better contributor.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I think analytically, even just looking at raw stats, I think
The fact that he's this
Vassell is a better basketball player
because of
than Champagny.
let's give him the edge on defense, edge on slashing,
Yeah.
creating a shot,
The only thing would be spot up 3-point,
spot up three.
and even that Vassell's pretty good, but
And
maybe
I think
not as good
Champagny's
as
great on the fast breaks.
Champagny. Better rebounder,
Yeah.
yeah, but
So to me, it's a toss up. It's a 6-7.
it's not as close for me. But how old are you? You're giving me hell for taking pictures of my breakfast at 40 years old. You're sitting here doing 6'7", 6'7".
Just saying,
God.
are they the 6 or
The
the 7
roommate is
guy?
doing it too. It's driving me nuts. I can't. That's a personal. That's not you. That's me. That's a personal issue. But if you are tinkering with the lineup and taking Vassell out of it, you're not doing it for Keldon or Carter Bryant. You're not doing it for either of the other small forwards on the roster. You'd be
Carter
going
Bryant
big,
looked overmatched a lot during the finals.
and I think that just comes with time. I mean,
Yeah, he's a rook. He's
19,
19.
20-year-old kid.
The fact that I always saw ice on his knees worried me.
That's a little concerning.
A little concerning.
Yeah, a little
you know?
concerning, but I would think you're going to.
But that
you're
was
going
like
to see
you
him.
go from what a 50-game season to now you almost played.
Not even 50.
Yeah, now you almost played over 100 going to the finals. His body just wasn't ready for that.
No, but I think you're going to see him still given plenty of minutes to, fill in some of these.
He's an energy. He will bring the crowd back into it with his pure athletic ability.
Exactly, which is something that when you look at this roster, that is one thing that he might do better than anybody else.
Him and Castle.
Him and Castle, exactly. So then power forward now, are you starting Harris or Champagny? I think it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Either one of those guys will
Make it
be
a competition in Kent, man.
Exactly. Open it up. Let's have some fun. Let's roll the balls out there and let the players decide. And then Barnes now re-signed on the 1-year deal. He's your third power forward on the roster.
I think they're there to try to put a little more little tools in the bag for Champagny.
Yeah.
They're like, here, we're
Pass some of this corporate knowledge down.
You're going to be a spot up 3, but you need to not just be the sidestep to take another 3. Drive in, get some of those, work on your handles.
Yeah, slash.
Work on like trying to bump somebody down low on the block.
And that's the other, Tobias Harris, an inch or two taller than Champagny. Tobias Harris, legit 6'8".
They
Champagny.
listed him as 6'9".
Okay, well then, I was about to say maybe the 2 inches of height difference there. Also, I think shot 37% on threes last year. So you're not the thing to me is you now have 2 guys that fill that role in a similar manner. So the offense doesn't change whether it's Tobias Harris or Julian Champagny at the 4. You're going to have spacing provided from both of those guys because they can both shoot it and give Wemby the room that creates by their shooting threat.
And it totally matches up when people want to run small with us.
Yeah.
with the Spurs.
And Tobias Harris, even for
you
his
for the
age,
buzzer.
you nailed it. Yeah, you caught yourself. Even for his age, still can hold his own defensively with smaller players and bigger players. Again, based on would I have rather had John Collins over Tobias Harris? No, not at all.
No.
I mean, I like the veteran
The
aspect.
kid out of the Lakers zoo. What was it?
Hachimura, the
Is that
Lakers
Hachimura?
guy,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
Rui Hachimura. That one would have been more interesting to me.
Yeah, just because he was younger.
But yeah, 28. But you weren't going to get. I don't think you
Not
weren't
a
going to get
2-year deal.
Hachimura on a 2-year deal. First of all,
Yeah.
and still, I think he's going to take more than the $15 million the Spurs had available.
Yeah.
They gave Tobias Harris all of their mid-level. It's 2 years, $31 million. So
have you seen the memes roasting the Lakers right now?
they've
Harvard class.
they've gone a little they've gone a little pale in roster complexion.
The great credit score team.
Yeah, we're going to talk about them in a minute. And then Spurs, of course, Wemby, Cornette, and the two big men they drafted, Reed and Brown.
Let's do 5 minutes on Billy Donovan.
Okay, good.
All
I'm
right.
glad.
So, why, in your opinion, why do you think they brought in a 70-year-old? Now that I know it's not
61-year-old.
70 in NBA standards. It's not now that I know it's not Brad Stevens, because I'm like, oh, he's there to learn, blah, blah, blah. Now that I know who he is, I've been racking my brain like, why did they do this? So I'm gonna ask you why. Why did they bring in a 61-year-old to be the assistant to one of the youngest coaches in the league
the same reason
who adopted his job?
Phil Jackson had Tex Winners.
Okay.
The same reason Ty Lue for the last 5 years has had Jeff Van Gundy with him on the Clippers. The same reason Pop had multiple former head coaches as his assistant. PJ Carlissimo. I can't remember the long time one now I'm blanking on that Andy was saying earlier today, back in the very early years.
PJ. Mark Jackson. Wasn't
No,
he had the Knicks head coach. For a while, but not for a long time.
No, there's oh man, I'll have to see if I can find it there.
How
I
would you
can't-
try to find that one for us?
Yeah, it was
help us out,
It
Chad.
was right when Pop first took the job, when he was like Mitch is now, a young head coach with no previous Hank Egan. Hank Egan.
Okay.
Hank Egan was the Air Force head coach when Pop was there and had been he was the Spurs assistant from 94 to 2002.
Okay.
And you had Egan was a longtime college head coach that then became an assistant.
So give me the reason.
I think the reason is the same reason they brought in Tobias Harris to be a veteran presence for the young guys on this roster. I think they brought in Billy Donovan to be a veteran coaching presence for Mitch Johnson.
Nah, that's kind of where I'm leaning to, because
It's not a threat.
I thought the Spurs made quite a few mistakes. If you saw the putback of Knicks history, infamous.
You were clear about the mistakes you thought you
but
saw.
like I actually, I don't know if I sent you the video of they sat there. Mark Jackson was clever. He didn't put out the lineup that he was going to use. He had everybody huddled up to the last second.
Oh, you mean Mike Brown?
Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mike Brown had them all huddled up to the last second, and they all thought they knew who they were guarding and who was coming out. And he switched it up and had two different people coming out. Mm-hmm. No one knew from the Spurs. You saw them talking to each other, like literally right before the play was going. No one knew who was going to guard. That's why D Fox ran over to old buddy. Nobody boxed out OG. It was a mess, So I'm thinking with his history and experience and all this stuff, they're going to work with Mitch Johnson on set plays. They're going to work on Mitch Johnson preparing. This is who you guard. I don't care what his name is. This is the play. If this guy's in this position, that's who you're guarding. and he's gonna get these youngins more prime for those kind of situations.
Yeah, I don't think you're off on any of that. I think
Yeah.
that is exactly. I mean, for those that don't remember, Billy Donovan, University of Florida head coach when they won multiple national championships with Al Horford, Joakim Noah, Corey Brewer,
Yep.
took the job with the Oklahoma City Thunder as they were on their rise
With the big three.
with the original big three they had.
Mm-hmm.
Was there before moving on to Chicago.
Yeah.
He was replaced by Mark Dagno in Oklahoma City, the guy that's still there now.
yeah.
Obviously, Chicago right now is a barren wasteland of NBA basketball. It's unfortunate, but Billy Donovan couldn't do a
Why
whole
they
lot
couldn't
to
have
change
got Jaylen Brown
to
I have
change
no
that
idea.
culture. But yeah, I think you're exactly right. They looked at the entire organization. They said, "We've got the players. We just need, what we talked all playoff run about. Screw experience. Screw having been here before. Like this Spurs team they're going to redefine what it means to,
Yeah.
not make a run with no experience
We were
until
almost there.
and they were almost there. And I think they look at Tobias Harris as a piece that potentially provides some of the veteran leadership in those crucial moments that was missing, lacking in the NBA Finals. I think they look at Billy Donovan the exact same way for Mitch Johnson of providing some of that. Like, hey, man,
You need to call a timeout.
when I was at Florida,
Yeah.
we were down by 2 with 12 seconds left. This was the play I run, or this was the set I run, or this was,
This is how I defended this. This
yeah.
is how
And
I would
it's
defend this.
not I don't think it's a threat to Mitch. I don't think it's a potential pathway for him to replace Mitch at any point in the future. I think it's just a extremely experienced, respected basketball mind that Mitch can now bounce ideas off of.
And it
because
seems like he's willing to take a back seat.
Absolutely
as, like
does.
he's not going to be ego driven.
no, I think he wants a ring is what it is.
He wants a ring. He sees this, and
He wants a ring to match those college ones.
Mitch has that chemistry
Yeah.
with the core Spurs.
but maybe just
They
needs
just need
some of that actual
little-
coaching experience.
Yeah, that experience where if Pop was next to him, he could have told him, and unfortunately,
Look at who the Mavs just hired. Dusty May, the Michigan coach that they got over. Look at Dagno in Oklahoma City. Look at even Spoelstra now to a degree. The modern archetype of an NBA head coach is communicator and relationship guy.
yeah,
It is
motivator.
and motivator. What they had, who Billy Donovan is replacing is Sean Sweeney, who just took the job with the Orlando Magic. Sean Sweeney was basically your defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He was the guy that was in charge of the defense. They felt like Sean was the hire. They hired him away from the Mavs because Mitch needed a guy that could instill a defensive identity and philosophy, while Mitch did the relationships and the motivation and the chemistry like you described. I think now that Sean is gone, they looked at the landscape and said, okay, well, last year, we thought Mitch needed an X's and O's defensive guy. We feel pretty confident that he learned a bunch of that from Sean. So we don't need to bring in another guy identical to Sean Sweeney. Let's bring in a guy that has more actual head coaching experience and can now pass some of that down to Mitch.
And with championship pedigree.
Exactly. And who is a proven communicator and relationship guy. And I think
it's a great hire.
I do too, man. I think it can't be overstated how much of a good hire it is,
Yeah.
kind of out of nowhere. Like we knew they were gonna replace Sean Sweeney, but I didn't expect it to be with a guy that had won national championships and had over a decade of experience as a head coach in the NBA. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
just absolutely on the surface, nothing to.
Well, that was a good 7 minutes on.
Yeah, we went a
Bobby
little
Don.
more than 5. You want to hit on some other NBA real quick before we do lightning round?
Let's do this lightning round style though.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Jaylen Brown traded to the Sixers. Paul George, 2 first-round draft picks, 2028, 2031, going to Boston, plus a couple second-round picks. Why was Boston so ready to get out of the Jaylen Brown business?
Analytics. They looked at analytics. No, I'm serious.
No, you're like that guy that was like, well, analytically, he was the 7th best player on that Celtics
I think it's
team.
stupid.
That's
First
so
off,
stupid.
I think it's stupid. I'm not agreeing with it whatsoever.
Heard.
You know, I think that's the reason why they said when Jaylen Brown's out, we win more games than without him. So maybe chemistry.
I think chemistry is a big part of it because I think they got tired of Jaylen Brown feeling like the smartest person in every room he is in, even if
he might be.
Probably was with this
Yeah.
Berkeley educated.
And him being on a
that
podcast, almost Draymond Green in it.
Exactly.
You know,
I think
so-
Boston immediately said, you know, as soon as they lost and he did that whole, you know, YouTube
Hopefully
or
Boston's got
Instagram
another
live,
move, or they're going to be looking at bubble seed, you know?
it makes the move they made for, you know, they got Mitchell Robinson
Yeah.
from the Knicks. They signed him to the 3-year, $47 million deal.
But that's just a
That's a backup
defender.
big,
That's a
yeah.
defender, lob passer. Like, okay, well, I mean, as much threes as they take, I guess that's
good to have. It's a really good
Gav defender.
It's a really good piece for them.
but he's a liability on the free throw line.
And it also kind of flies in the face of, well, then why are you trading Jaylen Brown? You should just
Yeah.
sign Mitchell Robinson, run it back together, and try to win another championship. They were so tired of Jaylen
Well, they're
Brown.
also not going to spend $600 million on Tatum and Brown. You knew
Why not? Why not? The
'Cause they're
Spurs
not-
are about to do that with Wemby and Castle or Wemby and Harper.
I think Castle doesn't get that max $300 million, but
Well, no, it won't. It
Yeah.
won't be. I mean, even Wemby's max
they
is
both got
$250.
super max contracts.
Yeah.
It was a matter of time before one was getting traded.
But the
And
only reason is
Boston-
because the owner is cheap as hell.
Oh, that's-
like that's
of
the
course.
only
Oh, yeah.
It's not a bad. They constructed that team with both of them on supermaxes and won a championship.
and that's what they plan to do. And now they're moving off of it 3
Yeah.
years later. So, you know what I'm saying? Tatum's beloved in the town. Jaylen Brown was always robbing.
Yeah,
He
no.
didn't like
Jaylen
it.
Brown was the
He didn't like it.
Berkeley educated anti-Bostonite.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I think you're on to from the other side of the trade.
Yeah.
Where do you rank the Sixers now in the East power rankings? Are they not the?
3-2. I don't think they're the favorites. Embiid's got to stay healthy. That's the only thing.
I think the Knicks are the favorites for me until they lose.
Yeah, obviously.
And keeping that roster together, Sands, Mitchell Robinson, he the only one that's leaving. That's still
Yeah.
the same roster that just won the championship. Knicks have to be one for me. I think Philly's two, though.
Phillies.
I think it's either depending on what Miami does the rest of the really depending
I'm
where
looking at the Pacers.
no.
Halliburton, he went to the championship.
He did, but even that
Beating the Boston.
even on paper, though, they were nowhere close to the best team in the East that year. They got hot at the right time, and Halliburton went on a scorcher. We'll see what
We'll see.
Halliburton
All
looks
right,
like
all
coming
right.
back from the injury.
right.
I would say Pacers 6 in my head,
right.
thinking burning through the teams. Because the biggest thing, I think LeBron is going to the East.
You think he's going?
I think he's
Cleveland?
either going Cleveland, Miami, or Philadelphia. I think one of those three teams is the LeBron destination. And if LeBron goes back to Miami, Miami might be the second best team in the East. If he goes to Cleveland, Cleveland is the second best team. And it's not as much of what LeBron gives at this point in his career. It's what those teams already have and LeBron's fit on. I think he fits perfectly on Miami, Cleveland, or Philly right now. And I think that pushes whatever team that is to right behind the Knicks in the East. The East is really, really interesting now.
Yeah. Let's see.
1 through 4.
Let's see if they can have a team that's like not fifth all overall with the West. Next trade.
Lakers trading for Walker Kessler. You've now got the Luka, Austin Reeves, Walker Kessler trio. Get your joke out. You got no.
I
You
got a
got.
lot. I don't know if they're FCC approved.
Yeah, no. Go ahead. Go ahead, Leopold. Get your.
Oh, Mr. Latte crowd, you know.
Yeah.
The Frappuccino Lakers.
The Lakers have to do something to convince Luka that they are going to be competitive in the West during this Thunder and Spurs run.
The HOA of
I-
the NBA.
No, this is absolutely the most HOA lineup in the entire NBA. This lineup is basically a bunch of guys that go to city council meetings and public comments, open mic, and yell at city council members.
Mr. Always staring at you while you barbecue.
Yeah. It's the guy that beat up Rand Paul over where he was putting his leaves in the yard. It's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Look,
I don't
When
know.
you
I
have-
don't know anything about that one.
when you have Luka, you
Yeah.
always have a chance to win a playoff series. Walker Kessler gets out of Utah. Does this put them anywhere closer to San Antonio or Oklahoma City? No. Not at all.
No.
But it does make them more interesting now because Kessler is a much better big man than DeAndre Ayton.
Okay.
And you're getting better defender than Ayton for sure. It's just I don't know what like we talked about the T-Wolves getting LaMelo. Like I don't know what any team in the West can do
Yeah.
to catch up to the Spurs or Thunder.
Yeah.
And they're all just moving these pieces around, but I'm not sure it really makes them. It doesn't close the gap at all for
None
me.
of them are blockbusters. In the
Not at
West.
all. Kawhi returning to Toronto. It's funny. It's good.
I mean, did he want to do that, or did he just get shamboozled like we just got him?
It kind of sounds like he's.
Hey, you're going to Toronto.
It kind of sounds
championship.
like he wants to go to Canada because he thinks Canada is about to stop extraditing American criminals back to the USA because he's still under investigation for the fake tree scandal. Like it almost
My
feels like
conspiracy hack.
Kawhi's like, hey,
you.
come get me in Canada. They'll protect me here. I'm a national
Oh, I'm
hero.
injured when I gotta go play in U.S.
Yeah,
My
no.
hamstring's tightening up. Let me just stay here.
He's going to play in 41 games, all at home. How about Ja Morant getting traded to Portland? Again, a move that Western Conference teams moving some stuff around, but
Rip City coming back, man. You know the
Jailblazers coming back. Hell yeah. I hadn't even thought of that.
Rasheed Wallace takes over as the assistant coach.
Scottie Pippen all of a sudden looking hood as hell as soon as he gets to Portland.
Why did you just kept those cornrows?
It's
man.
so great. Such a great era of NBA basketball. Ruben Patterson. He's so great. Bonzi Wells.
Oh, God,
The great Bonzi Wells. Damon Stoudemire.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, no, another Western team like the LaMelo Ball trade. Sure. I mean, why not? You got to take a swing at something.
Ja, he's loading his clips and going there. So
Without knowing definitively, I bet Portland has some pretty strict gun laws.
yeah,
I would think.
one would think.
I would think. Although Eastern
like,
Oregon,
I-
a lot of hunters, a lot
I
of
think
white
Ja Morant-
nationalists.
I think Ja Morant's going the way of Derrick Rose. I think he's just getting injured too much.
I will say, in the few flashes we saw when he came back from the injury at the end of last year, he showed more signs of being the old Ja than we have seen in a while. But again, does this put Portland any closer to the upper tier of the Western Conference?
How dare they fire Tiago Splitter, who came in on as a impromptu coach for a betting scandal, and then gets them to the playoffs?
It's a bad time to be a Portland Trailblazer with that.
Bring
new-
Tiago here. Come on, Tiago.
Well, he took the job in Chicago. He's the head coach of the Bulls now.
Okay, so
He replaced Billy Donovan.
He went. He went to the minor leagues.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, minor detail. And then lastly, Thunder bring back Hartenstein, rework the deal, 3 years, $75 million.
They need him.
Yeah.
They need him.
Well, and everyone, thank you, Miguel. Miguel chimes in. Super chat. All those Lakers moves mean nothing. Whole bunch of bums, if you ask me. Well, tell me how you really feel, Miguel. Hell, they could sign the ghost of Pol Pot, and it wouldn't make a difference. Great Pol Pot reference.
Oh, we fit him in there, just
gotta-
like one sweet Brockdaniel
You gotta
Purdy.
squeeze. You gotta squeeze it in.
Go Niners.
No, the Thunder, the reports of their salary cap demise greatly exaggerated. They trade Isaiah Joe, they trade Wiggins,
Yeah.
free up. What did that save them? I had it in my notes. Those two trades alone, the Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe trade, saved the Thunder $216 million in luxury tax. So they free up all of that because they're over the apron. They're over the tax line.
Yeah.
They free up all of that money. They pick up Lou Dort's option. We'll see if they work out an extension with him. They decline the option like the Spurs did with Champagnie and re-sign Hartenstein to a 3-year deal. They're able, like the Spurs are about to be able to do for a decade, they're able to
They put
cut
Chet
some
back in the GIMP box.
well, that's where Chet prefers to be. They're able to trim some of the fat on the outside peripheral of the roster every year to get Hartenstein re-signed. Eventually Lou Dort or really Caruso first will be a casualty when they have to re-sign a guy like AJ Mitchell. And then eventually Lou Dort will be some of the fat that gets trimmed whenever they're re-signing guys. Like, it was I didn't think
It's
Hartenstein
something
was
that the
going
Spurs
anywhere.
are going to have to deal with in a couple years.
Exactly.
So,
And
like,
your
they're
peripheral
just
guys
ahead of us.
That's
3
exactly.
years
They're
ahead of us.
about 3 years ahead of the cycle,
Yeah.
roster construction wise. But
Any big free agents still out there?
the LeBron,
LeBron.
I mean,
That's
Jalen
it.
Duren.
Big. Duren.
I think LeBron's going to shift the landscape
Yeah, I
of the
know. He
Eastern
always
Conference.
does. LeBron
Jalen
comes-
Duren is the biggest upside guy left.
Mm-hmm.
Pistons were reported talking to the Kings about a potential sign and trade, but then I also read a report that said the Pistons are going to match any offer he receives in restricted free agency. So I would say
They're
We'll
thinking
see.
it's like a D Fox
we'll see what that
in the
situation
playoffs. Like,
looks
okay,
like.
you were a no-show, but
I think they're
we're gonna
trying to
give
just
you-
drive down his value on the market so
Yeah.
that they don't have to pay as much. I don't think they let him go because
Smart business.
you don't let a 23-year-old, he might still be 22. You don't let a young all-star big man walk for nothing.
Yeah.
And that would be what that is. But yeah, outside of that, I mean, you're literally James Harden. Is that it? Like, but he's going to return to the Cavs. They're just waiting to see what LeBron decides.
Yeah.
That's already been decided. This was a really, really weak free agent class to begin with. And a lot of the names that would have been in your top 10 list of available guys have already been taken. Walker Kessler was technically a free agent, but the Lakers work out a trade for him. He was a restricted free agent. So
Well, maybe that will be the last of Spurs news and, somewhat trade news. Who knows?
we'll see.
We'll see.
The only other thing that could cause the Spurs to pop back up is if I'm not suggesting it. I'm not saying they should do this.
Oh, this is a controversial point.
The only other way I think we're doing another edition of Spurs Notes is if Vassell, Keldon, and Cornette, some combination of two of those three, get packaged together for some kind of trade. I don't think they do that, though, because there's no reason to do that.
Run it back.
You just run it back. You just made it to the NBA Finals. You signed a veteran at a position of need.
Altogether, you're less than 20 points from winning the championship.
Yeah, there's no reason to make any kind of move. I think we can safely say tonight was the last edition of Spurs Notes because we're about to have to start doing our NFL divisional previews.
Ooh.
Exactly. So we need this to be the last. Get that. We need this to be the last edition of Spurs Notes so we can turn our
I know
attention
how much y'all love them.
to the potential USA-Mexico semifinal matchup we're going to get.
Well, now that we got 10 o'clock, man, let's get this tight hour and run some lightning round, huh? Hit me, LG. Well, yesterday was a national holiday. Do you know what the national holiday was?
Let's see, July 1st. Oh, I think I have a guess.
Guess it?
Does it involve Bernie Madoff?
No.
Okay.
It's National Bobby Bonilla Day.
So
dude.
it does involve
Bernie
Madoff.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
National Bobby Bonilla Day. He gets $1.19 million again
So great.
And he gets it all the way through to 2035 with the Mets doing a Shohei Ohtani style deal, which you can't call it a Shohei Ohtani. It's a Bobby Bonilla deal. It's a deferred payment.
Yep.
And to put it in context, Shohei Ohtani's Bobby Bonilla style deal on just a year before the end of National Bobby Bonilla Day, in 2034, the Dodgers will have to pay Shohei, Mr. Gambler himself, the Mr. shoulda went down for betting on teams.
I don't know what you're talking about. Always have a fall guy.
He will get $68 million a year.
That's so,
$68 million
that is so
from
stupid.
2034 to 2043.
That is so stupid.
So just so the Dodgers can stack their team, but we will not take away from the shine of one Mr. Bobby Bonilla. I tip my cap to you, sir.
The one thing I will say about MLB owners and MLB league office throughout this labor negotiations that they're about to,
about to kill these
Kill
deferred. Please.
that's the one thing I agree with the owners and the league. Get rid of deferred payments.
Because it's ridiculous. And, in 2034, if we're still on this planet, we're going to be looking back at this Shohei Ohtani deal.
Shea Ohtani.
I will take one on hit me, Mr. Ohtani.
All that being said, it's money well spent, and they've already earned it back
Mr.
three
All
times.
In Ohtani.
They've already earned it back 3 timefold from the investment. At least they're getting potentially the greatest baseball player to ever walk the face of the earth, and not Bobby Bonilla.
Always plays bomb pot, Ohtani. Baccarat, Ohtani.
Okay, yes, the gambling, yes.
Mr. Always bet on black, Ohtani.
Well, it's again, it's good to have a fall guy. As Chris Carter once taught the NFL rookies at the rookie symposium. Look, you're going to do dumb stuff. You're going to get in trouble. Here's the deal. Just always have a fall guy and
Dude,
you'll be fine.
I sent you a video on Chris Paul. It was Chris Paul, Gary Payton Jr., and it was from 2023. And it was basically they were playing the Washington Wizards, and the line was 11.5. And at 5 seconds left, old buddy gets a foul. And those three, you got Gary Payton with his face like, and you got Steph Curry over there laughing behind him because the guy took a foul and he's shooting 2, so they're going to be up 14. And he makes both of them. And Chris Paul's laughing, like Curry put a jacket over his head so they couldn't see him laughing, but he's like literally falling behind him laughing. And then the Wizards, 5 seconds left, you see Gary Payton Jr. like, only way they could have beat him is if they shoot a 3.
Well, the only way
and
they could have
shot a 3,
beat
and
the
those
line.
3 people go wild. And the line was 11.5, and they covered by 0.5.
Look, I think it's pretty clear.
Investigation, please. You want to talk about, all these
Jonte
people?
Porter or
Yeah.
Malik Beasley.
Beasley
or-
getting arrested. Let's go ahead and check on Chris Paul, Gary Payton Jr., and Steph Curry, the beloved.
But no, they do
Steph Curry.
They do State Farm ads. So
I hope you guys got Fall Guys.
Lionel Messi doesn't get red cards.
All right.
Hit me, LG. Did you see what Rory wore to Wimbledon?
Oh, he wore his green jacket.
What do you make of that? I asked Uncle Andy about it earlier. Yeah, that's
It's
a
fancy.
big flex.
It's fancy with it. He's coming because he's flexing for that Open. Coming in 3 weeks.
Oh.
You didn't think that's why he was doing it?
I piece it together now. Yeah, I bet he
In Scotland.
Yeah, you're exactly right. If you're invited by the Royals to sit in their box at Wimbledon,
Oh, I'm wearing that jacket.
you got to flex on them as
Wearing
hard
that
as you
jacket.
can. And that is outside of wearing it at Augusta that's probably the most appropriate place you can wear that because Wimbledon is like the Masters of tennis. You know, that is absolutely. I thought
See,
he was.
you can't give a jacket to like someone like who's my man, long ball hitter. That's
What, Bryson?
no, the crazy guy with the beard now, John Daly.
Oh,
You couldn't give it because that dude's going to the bar,
Yeah, he's-
the local watering hole with 8 people in it wearing that jacket.
yeah, he's wearing
Gold
it to
jacket,
Fred's
green
fish fry.
jacket.
Who gives a S?
Yeah. All right, hit me, LG. I got what you like. A list for you.
Okay, I do love a cap
All right.
lightning round list.
The lightning round list for old Puma. Top 10 wide receivers without a ring. 1 through 10.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Comes in at number 2. Number 1 is going to be obvious to you because it was so close. Probably ranked as one of the best behind the best.
Behind, well, no, because Randy Moss has a ring.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, that wasn't
The
a
perfect
Patriots.
season wasn't a perfect
That's
season.
Randy Moss then.
Randy Ross is
okay,
number 1.
Okay.
All right.
Man, I feel like the other ones are basically just going to be crap because those are the two names
Yeah.
that are obvious.
We're just thinking like the best receivers of all time right now.
Well,
One of the most
I mean,
iconic
the
ones for his
playmaker,
shenanigans.
the playmaker has 3 of them, so
Yeah.
it's not Michael Irvin.
God, he's such a.
The second best receiver all time. How many does Jerry Rice have?
He's got 4.
Okay, 4. So it's not him. Terrell Owens.
Actually,
Terrell Owens has
no. Terrell Owens is number 3. Does
number
not
3.
have a
Okay,
ring.
all right. So I've got.
Because he went to the Cowboys for some stupid reason.
Well, and he had Jeff Garcia for some stupid reason.
Jeff, I'm
Yeah.
open, Jeff. Jeff.
Hit me with another one.
All right, Calvin Johnson. Number 4.
That's an obvious. Yeah. Lions.
Another Viking. Gotta
Chris
guess.
Carter, who
That's
I just
number
said.
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, 2 Chris Carter references in lightning round.
A Seattle one.
Steve Largent.
There you go.
Okay.
Green Bay.
Antonio Freeman.
Sterling Sharp.
Sterling. Okay. Yeah.
All right, and this one's still playing, which is ridiculous on this list. Vikings as well.
Like Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I don't
Come
know why they
on.
put this
Yeah,
guy.
come
I
on.
mean, he's got so much time.
Yeah.
And these got to be retired players. You know, I didn't like that one on the list.
Yeah, it should be retired guys.
Yeah. And
Except
then-
for like Mike Evans. Mike Evans. No, he got one with Tom.
oh, he's
he
gonna,
got
he's,
the-
he's gonna get one.
Yeah, well, he got his one already.
Yeah, he's got one. He's gonna
With
get another
Tom.
one. He's gonna be a 2-ring rare.
Are there any other obvious ones I'm missing?
The Oakland
Oakland.
during the Rich Gannon days. No, actually, a little bit before the Rich Gannon, but he.
Oh, Tim Brown.
There you go.
Okay, Dallas's own Tim
and
Brown.
Houston's legend.
Andre Johnson.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I just thought of someone in my head, and I'm surprised they weren't on the roster. Who? What was I?
Do you got one on Bank Lawrence that you think that
There
should have
was-
been on that list?
There's someone you just said that made me think of someone else that from that. Like none of the Chad Ochocinco Bengals.
The Bengals. Hit him with the buzzer every time he says Bengals. All right.
Tell me one more time how to properly say it.
Bengals.
Bengals.
There you go.
Bengals.
That's how you say it.
Bengals.
And you know what I caught? I caught your dad saying it the same way you say it. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was like, there it was.
That's how
I was like, there it
hillbillies.
was.
That's how hillbilly. Someone in the
it-
chat also said, "How is Puma's accent more country than his dad's?" It's like, God dang it! It's like, don't draw attention to it. Just let it just let it go. Just let it go. Hit me, LG. I have one more before we do today in sports history. So if you have another one,
I'm good.
okay. So this is from our news desk. This is very important news as we go into this holiday weekend, this July 4th weekend. I know a lot of y'all will be heading down to the coast this weekend. Easy getaway for the holiday. From our news desk and provided to me by MySA. These are the fecal matter levels of the different Texas beaches that are most popular attendance wise.
Poor day is gonna be bad.
You would have thought we'll start with the ones that are low.
Okay.
These tests were done
What
earlier.
Is it like 5 beaches? Don't.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. These tests were done earlier this week. Low fecal matter levels can be found at all of Corpus Christi beaches except one, which we will get to in a minute. Mustang Island,
Yeah.
low fecal matter levels. Port Aransas, surprisingly, low fecal matter. Galveston,
Wait till Labor Day, baby.
yeah, wait till Sunday,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
day after July 4th. Galveston and Surfside both clock in with low amounts of fecal matter.
South Padre is gonna be horrible.
High amounts of fecal matter can be found at all of Freeport. So if you are going to Freeport, do not
Doo-doo feces is in the water.
let the water into any bodily orifice.
Don't drink the water.
High fecal matter can be found at Bolivar Peninsula. Can also be found. You can do Bolivar is nice.
I don't know what it is.
We've rented a house out there before with like the whole family, like full getaway. It's away
Is it
from
South-
everything.
Is it South Padre?
Yeah, it's. I think it's actually North Padre Island. It's way up.
Only time I went to South
well, it's-
Padre
it's
was spring break, and I
Bolivar
can barely
Peninsula,
remember any
but
of
it's.
that.
Yeah, I would.
And I was like 16.
I was about to
and
say. I would imagine it was a
19,
different
23.
trip than I took with my entire extended family.
I don't go there with family.
Bolivar is a much quieter portion of the beach,
Okay.
but very high levels of fecal matter.
Seems kind of close to Mexico, in my opinion.
And then lastly, the most fecal matter can be found on of the entire Texas coast in our area. Bob Hall Pier in Corpus Christi. So if you go to the pier,
How does that happen?
just know, I think the pier attracts a lot of doo-doo feces, as you said.
Is that where the bums hang out?
I think,
They
look,
just poop in the water?
we're not going to place blame on the unfortunate houseless population of
The
one of our,
unhomed. The unhomed.
the unhomed, as the woke liberals like to tell you. Although I just said houseless.
They're pooping in the water, man.
How about all those Democratic
How's that
socialists
not
that keep
flowing
winning?
down? How's that not flowing down to Port A? I don't know.
Look, I'm just trusting the science.
Trusting this.
Because this science comes from the good men and women of our Texas parks and wildlife, not from the federal government.
I believe that budget got cut heavily.
So if you are going to the beach,
got doged.
there is your annual 4th of July fecal matter levels report. Now let's do a little bit of today in sports history. It's actually shorter,
Fourth
but
is
there's
on a Monday?
no, it's Saturday. It's 2 days away.
Why am I reading? Oh, that's in May. Change your calendar in here, Lawrence.
Yeah, we'll get around to it maybe by August. On this day in 1903, we need to do follow up on this. I've got it marked to do it in a future episode. 1903, on this day, National League batting champion Ed Delonte disappears after being removed from a train for being intoxicated. By force, he had to be drug off of this train. He was found dead at the bottom of Niagara Falls 2 weeks later.
Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje.
We need to do some follow up on that one. What year, elsewhere, what year do you think boxing had its first $1 million gate? It happened on this day in sports history.
1962.
I would have thought I would have thought like 50s, the riot, On this day in 1921,
God damn.
world heavyweight champion Jack Dempsey knocks out Frenchman Georges
Mr. Dempsey.
Carpentier in round 4. It was his third title defense. A crowd of 91,000 watched it in Jersey City.
He was a playboy. I remember him from Boardwalk Empire.
The-
Mr. Dempsey.
Mr. Dempsey, $1.7 million gate for that fight in 1921.
That was a lot of bootleggers putting up money.
Big time. 1995, the first Japanese player was selected for an MLB All-Star game. Do you know who he was?
And what-
Who it
what
is?
year?
95.
Ichiro.
95. Before Ichiro.
Oh,
Not
man.
a-
Young Wei Hu or something.
Not a position. I wish I hadn't talked over that. I need whatever
Young
that
Wei
just
Hu.
was. Not a position player, a pitcher.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, 95.
He was like Seattle, and he was a starter.
The Dodgers,
Oh.
and he was an absolute national, like
Yeah, he was-
full takeover. Like it was
All right, give it to me.
Hideo Nomo.
Nomo.
Nomo mania.
Yeah. So I had the blue
Yep.
outfit in my head. Yeah,
95. He was selected for the All Star game on
Nomo.
this
He was
day.
a beast, man.
Oh, it was great until he signed with the Rangers.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tom Hicks. 2006, Michael Schumacher won the United States F1 Grand Prix for the 5th time, becoming the first driver to ever win 5 races at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 2008, a sad day in NBA history. The zombie supersonics were invented because on this day, a settlement was reached that allowed Clay Bennett to pay the city of Seattle $45 million to get out of the last 2 years of the Key Arena lease and destroy basketball in Seattle for the next.
They had no
18
home
years.
until Oklahoma City. They could pick better cities, man.
It's going to be back in 2028, though.
Yeah.
Do you remember Reds pitcher Homer Bailey?
Sounds familiar.
In 2013, on this day, he threw a no-hitter against the Giants. It was his second no-hitter in the last 10 months.
Oh yeah, he had 2 in 1 year.
Yep, and then
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
right
and
off
then,
the cliff.
No one. Yeah, there was like no one's thrown that many. Like, who was the last person to throw a no hitter? 2 of them in 1 year. It had to be like maybe Nolan.
That would be my guess.
Yeah.
I mean, just off the top of my head, that's
'cause
always
he
my
has so
guess.
many.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's by default. 2017, hometown underdog Jeff Horn upset Manny Pacquiao on points in a highly controversial WBO welterweight title fight. It was,
Rigged.
and Jeff Horn was the hometown underdog because the fight was in Brisbane, Australia.
Yeah.
Still to this day, one of the biggest rig jobs of our lifetime in boxing. Birthdays. French tennis player, 7-time Grand Slam champion, born in Paris, France, Rene Lacoste,
Lacoste.
which now would be called Rene Izod. But he was the founder of the shirts with the alligator on them.
Oh wow.
That's
so
him. He's-
Izod took over lacrosse.
I think they bought him out, yeah. But it's Lacoste by Izod.
Hey,
I think.
Mexican nationals love that little alligator.
There was a time, buddy,
You loved it.
I've still got like 7 of them, but they don't fit because they're built so tiny. And I put them on, and it's straight like belly just hanging out the bottom.
The kolache belly.
Right now, definitely Kalachi belly. Born on this day, still alive, 89th birthday today. Richard Petty, 7-time NASCAR champion, 7-time
Legend.
Daytona 500 winner. Born on this day, 62nd birthday, still alive. I mentioned him earlier in the show when you were backpedaling during the momentum argument, like Jose Canseco, born on this day in Havana, Cuba.
He had a lot of momentum when he was popping them steroids.
He had a lot of momentum when the ball had momentum when it bounced off his head. Deaths on this day, 1964, Glenn Roberts, American auto racer, won the Daytona 500 in 1962, 33 NASCAR wins. He died from injuries in a crash at the age of 35. The only reason we're mentioning him is because, again, an extremely, extremely unfortunate nickname. Glenn Roberts' nickname was Glenn Fireball.
I was about to say fire starter,
Fireball Roberts, unfortunate.
Yeah.
Dead on this day, 1969, Michael Diabasi, father of the $1 Million Man, Ted Diabasi.
Ted DiBiase.
DiBiase, yeah, I'm saying
Did
it
you
wrong.
ever see what he did? The classic clip where I will give you $500 if you dribble this basketball 10 times. It's this little black kid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
And then
6,
he just
7, 8, 9,
knocked
and
it.
boom,
Yeah.
knocks it out.
Well, that's like when you're
Ultimate heel.
seeing all the videos of like the street performers in India where it's
Yeah.
like hang on this bar for 60 seconds and win $100, and then they're tickling you and like pulling you down.
Yeah.
It's a good bit.
Just hit
it's
you.
timeless.
Hit you in the
Yeah, just cane you.
right in the testicles.
Yeah, or hit you with shoes like they did during the during COVID when people were still going out in public. And then lastly, the subject of arguably the best 30 for 30 documentary ever released, a Colombian soccer player who paid the ultimate price at the hands of Pablo Escobar for an own goal against the USA, dead on this day in 1994 by way of gunshot wound at only 27 years old. Colombian soccer defender Andres Escobar. The Two Escobars, a great 30 for 30 documentary.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And a sign that the rest of the world takes soccer a little more seriously than we do. But maybe we're coming around. Maybe we'll be killing our own players before too much longer.
And
because
okay.
it just means more.
I got one for all you. This will enjoy. I forgot about this one.
Oh, you're taking the baton for an ender.
taking the
I love it.
baton. I'm going to end it on this one. Since Thursday, the Yankees are hitting
Oh my
a
God.
.094 versus opposing pitchers. Jim Abbott was a career .095 hitter.
And how many
And
arms
do you know
did
what
he
Jim
have?
Abbott has?
Yeah,
One hand.
that's right. Yeah, well, he's got two arms, one hand. Yeah.
We've gone a week, and and our batting average is worse than a one-handed pitcher.
Play the music,
What
LG.
the f-
I need to
Oh my God, dude.
I need to enjoy this for the rest of the night. That'll do it for the Sports Cave. Cap, tell the people where they can harass you about
You
fun.
can harass me when I'm screaming in public somewhere, but you can get me at the Captain SCL on Insta. You can hit us on sportscave.live on mostly everything.
LG, when are we doing streams next week?
I don't know yet.
Okay, well, as soon as we have that information, we will pass it along to y'all. If you want to reach out to me, as always, find me on X at Biggest Puma, Instagram, biggest.puma. Have a safe July 4th.
Yes.
Be stupid, but be safe.
Keep all your fingers.
Have fun. Keep all your fingers. Don't pull a JPP. We'll be back next week at some point, and I think we'll be starting our NFL previews. If not next week, the week after. I got to line them up so we can get it like last year, right
Line
up to
'em
the
up,
regular
knock 'em
season.
down,
But
baby.
till then, y'all, go USA in the great words of Ian Dark. Be good, be safe. We'll be back. Peace.
Peace.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?
Only thugs use drugs. They don't do drugs.
Yeah!